This thing crooked. Whatever, ever. Let me plug my headset up. There we go. We loud with it, we proud with it. Let me turn this camera. Oh, my head too big now. Turn, man. I think we good. What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, Miss Samuel in the building? I ain't got no iPhone, so I can't even see that. I'm too broke for that. I got 7 views in here, man. If y'all can hit the likes for me and share, man. I usually talk about the topic when I get to 1,000. We gonna get it going today. It's gonna be a nice long day. How you feeling though, Miss Samuel, man? Samuels. I don't want to say it wrong. I always say Samuel. How you feeling though? Let me bring my back up in here. Hit these lights real quick. Great, just getting back to getting back to it. Okay. For sure. That's good, man. As long as it's great, man. This is some good news. You know what I'm saying? It's the plan, man. The rest of the year, man, I'm trying to make sure everybody got something good, something daily we can talk about that's good, man. It's too much. Autocorrect here to get you every time, man. Make you say some stuff. But yeah, that's the plan, man. I feel like this gonna be a good year for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? So all we gotta do is keep our focus on what we need to focus on the right things in life, you know what I'm saying? Instead of the wrong things in life, we be good and just be making you look like, nah, you good. I feel you though, you gotta hurry but correct. Like, I ain't mean that. I really meant duck you. It's like, no, I'm talking to but not something like, especially, man, I know, like, that's it when I be, if I would to, like, text somebody trying to make a good first impression and stuff, they be saying some silly stuff, typing it too fast. You already looking like a silly person already off rip, and they like, oh man, this dude can't spell. It's like, dang, then you gotta correct it and all type of stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Was that Shana Show in the building? What's the deal? If you still in here, I don't know if she clicked by mistake. I be forgetting I gotta wait before okay, she's still in here. Gotta wait before I speak sometimes. Sometimes I end up speaking to myself. Somebody done swiped in here by mistake. I'm like, yay, somebody's in here. How you doing? I be talking to myself and still say one view. I be having to wait sometimes. Okay, I see partial of your emojis, but I ain't got that. Like I said, I ain't got the iPhone or whatever phones that does that. I ain't got it. I'm just a normal, normal Android user. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm about to get to this 1,000 real quick. Get to this 1,000 followers, and I mean not 1,000 followers, but 1,000 likes, and I'm gonna start it. My boy Laugh and Learn is in here. Backup. Laugh and Learn Backup is in the building. Let me share this to some people real quick before I start it up. Poet, Fairy. I don't know if Omega gonna be in that bed. Empress so. I'm gonna get Queen in here. And get up to 10 people. What you mean? Wow. I just do that for now. Then I'm gonna do Rob. Who else? I guess Spider in here. Poison Ivy. Who else I can send this to? Mimi. I send him in there. Is I missing some people? I guess I do the new Izzy profile. Yeah, Baby Toddy in here, I guess. I get Darlene in here. I ain't seen her in a while. I don't even know if she. Alright, that's enough people then. Island Queen, man, I got you in a minute. Just sit in the box for a minute. I got you. Or you can come up, but I'm gonna start to talk real quick. As soon as I get to 1,000, you know how I do, you know. How you feeling, man? How y'all feeling? I got a couple more people coming in. How you feeling, Laugh? Hold on, let me see my boy Laugh about to talk. How you feeling, Island? Shauna, what I rock with you. Okay, Shauna, man, I read that. Don't say nothing like that. Don't make a thug melt real quick. Always got me waiting. Nah, you know how I first start, you know. You know I gotta get the stuff out real quick, you know. Then we gonna get it going, you know. Trying to have it set up, you know. Let's see. So I'm almost at 1,000 anyways. I'm almost at 1,000. Is on there? Yeah, I'm at 1,000. Dang, that was fast. Wow. Alright. Put this, I got my button up on too, so I'm ready for this one. So the topic is, when you take actions, do you think about the kids or others or even your future? You know, the future in general and stuff. So that's actually a way I start. Actually, that's what I started. That's what kind of made me change my life a little bit. Like last year when I made some changes and stuff, I would do stuff. I'd go out and all this stuff. Then I never thought about how this play into my future because I was worrying about what I was doing now and all that stuff. You know, I always tell people it's a difference between, you know, worrying about your future and then actually, it just depends on what you worry about your future about and stuff. Some people worry about their future and then stress them out and worry about their past. And I do tell them like to worry about your now and all that stuff. But then again, you still want to be careful with your now that you do, what you do now, because it can make an impact in your future. So like, you don't want to say, oh, I'm just living life and living a YOLO life, doing whatever you want, and then you still expecting a future you still expecting a future and stuff, and you know that it can affect you. You know what I'm saying? What you do now can affect your future though. But I still say, you know, you still can live life, but try to live it a good way. You know, a right way that it makes a better impact in your future, not something that holds you back in your future, something that'll make you, you know, end up turning out worse. But the reason why I say this, you know what I'm saying, they just live life just because they just want to feel good now, or um you know, they just wanted to get it out the way, or they impatient or something like that. Like, um do they ever think about that though? Like I said, I it's some stuff I just gave up. Like I'd be like, oh dang, I'm going to the club, and I was like, okay, that's cool, yeah, I'm sweet, I'm doing all this or whatever. Okay, that's cool for now. You know what I'm saying? It's having fun, but then again, like, okay, my intention is like, okay, maybe, you know, I might find some, come back home, bring something back home or whatever. You know what I'm saying, for the night. That's how I was thinking back then. You know what I'm saying? Something quick, whatever. You know, just for to whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I'm like, all right, so the stuff I'm doing now, this drinking and, you know, trying to look for women that I probably wasn't even really, don't even have nothing, some short term or whatever. Like, what is that doing for my future right now? So the thing is like, start thinking like I need to start working on things that's gonna build my future and stuff, especially, you know, as long as I'm living or whatever. And then, you know, I still can do my now, you know what I'm saying? I can still work on my now or try to have a better, you know, a good life now. I gotta make the right selections, or the right you know, right choices and stuff, because I know it can affect my future and stuff. So, you know, like I be telling people like, you know, oh yeah, you wanna have this type of job and stuff. You wanna make this quick money and stuff. Like, do you know, like, is you doing this to, is it going, you know, is it beneficial to your future? Is it something that you gonna you know, you gonna stick with trying to keep doing, and it's gonna do something to better your future, or is it gonna be a problem in your future if you get caught doing this, or if you end up um you know what I'm saying, is it gonna put you in a bad predicament if you keep prolonging it or something like that? Or is it like, is it something that you stacking up to do? You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing now, what is your end goal after this? Like, what is your main thing you're getting to? Or you just doing this now just because I want to make this money to buy me a sweet car or something, like to show off to the, you know what I'm saying? What's the intentions behind that? Or do I want to, you know, I'm doing this because I always wanted this Gucci bag or something like. But then again, what you getting the Gucci bag for? Like, what is that for? You know what I'm saying? So, what is attract a certain type of person or something like that? You get these sweet shoes and stuff to attract a certain type of person. But then again, you attract them, so you're gonna attract them off that. And then what's that's gonna do for you? Is that gonna still be? Is that truly what the type of person you want? You know what I'm saying? Is they gonna really want you for you, or for that little Gucci bag and stuff you was buying it for, or your little sweet Nikes you wearing, and like, what is that for? You know what I'm saying? Nobody will never think about it. They just doing that for now to look sweet and or whatever, but they not looking at like how that's gonna play. Like, it's good every night. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Yeah, you feel good. You know, quick little pleasure and all that stuff. But then again, it does nothing for your future. It's nothing to better nobody. And then like with the second part, it's like, how do it affect the other people? Like, do you think about what you do? Does it affect? Because you can't be selfish all the time. Like, I get you got to put yourself first. But then again, like when you do take these actions, you make this, you know, make these choices and all that stuff. Do you think about how do it affect your surroundings? Are you just so worried about yourself that you don't care that you hurt other people's feelings? Do you care that, you know what I'm saying, you mess somebody else's life up? Do you care if you know what I'm saying, you might have to step on somebody else's toe to get yourself better? Like, do you ever think about that? And then even if that's the case, you always want to think like, would you want somebody to do this to you? Like, do you put your foot in other people's shoes and try to see if, you know what I'm saying, would you like this done to you? Because they were so worried about themselves that you know what I'm saying? So, you know, people got to think about that stuff too. And then I say that, you know, a lot of this stuff is it's not gonna last too long anyway. So then again, what are you doing to prepare for your future? Or if you planning on having kids, what are you doing? All this stuff, is it gonna make an impact towards your kids later down the line? The stuff that you're doing now, And if your kids found out that you did this, how this gonna impact them? You know what I'm saying? These choices you making now, is it going to, you know what I'm saying, is it gonna do a bad look on you? You gonna make your kids look bad, or is you gonna, you know what I'm saying, is what are you gonna be known as? Whatever choices you make or something like that. Like, you know, was it you being selfish, or was you having good intentions to prepare for your kids or something like that? Like, did you think twice before you know what I'm saying, that whatever, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is like these jobs that you might take or something like that, or the people that you may talk to and all that stuff, like, do you ever look forward in your future, like how this gonna go? You know what I'm saying? Or most of the time, people look, they might look forward into something, but they will never think like the other person that they are with is got another goal too. They might tell them, "Oh, we the same" and all that stuff, but then they got a different route of how they're trying to get to it. They don't ever think about that. This other person have a long have something in their future that they want to do. They think different from the way you think and all that stuff. So you trying to adjust to you trying to adjust to where to what they are, their life too. Like, they're trying to adjust to your life, you trying to adjust to your life. So at the end of the day, like, what else y'all got that's majorly in common? If that's ever a word, is that a word, majorly? I don't know. But what's in common, you know what I'm saying, with y'all two, you know what I'm saying, that's really like very effective, that can make a play in y'all future besides the stuff that y'all want? Like, what is the need in that situation that that y'all can connect with, that can, that y'all can, that will last, you know what I'm saying, besides these, hold up, they going back at you, besides these wants and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? What is the need in it? Is it a need in your that's the future, or is that just a want? I just want to be on an island in a vacation, you know what I'm saying? But then maybe the other person want to be somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, before you connect with these people, like, you always got to look forward. Sometimes you got to look forward to, before you know what I'm saying, you got to look to um how this person gonna play out. Like, say if you have an attitude problem, or that person have an attitude problem, you look at that, you try to match that, and like, all right, how this gonna play out into my future? You know what I'm saying? Eventually somebody's gonna step on somebody's toe. Eventually somebody is going to um you know what I'm saying, uh eventually something's going to happen, and two people with an attitude problem, that's already a problem already, you know what I'm saying? So what are you thinking, like, how you think that's going to play out in the future? Do you ever think about that, like, we need to get this in check before we even, and then ask, why are y'all even with each other? What is that? Is it something, is it more of a want thing, or is it a need? Like I said, people got to look at the needs in the relationship rather than the wants. And you don't want to say that, oh, I'm just with her because she look good, you know what I'm saying, or she with him, or just you know what I'm saying? That's crazy reasons. That's some silly stuff. Like, what about the mind? Like, the way she handled her emotions, the way he handled his emotions, the way he, the way he talked, the way he care about you, all that stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying? How that's gonna make a play in your future and all that stuff. Besides all this, oh, okay, I like the way she lick her lips and look at me and stare me in my eyes, like I just want to, you know what I'm saying? That's just some silly stuff that only go for so long. But then again, you ain't gonna like the way she staring your soul, which you want to take your head off for sitting there, tying her shoes wrong. So, some, I don't know, some silly whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see, they most of the time people gonna tell you how they are. You probably even told a person how you are, before y'all even get into a certain situation. Friends, family, all that stuff, they all see that stuff. And then you always got to look at it like, how this going to play into my future? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is you a highly confrontational person? Is we both like that? And you know what I'm saying? That how this going to play? You know what I'm saying? That, maybe you going to run into the wrong person one day with that, with the way that mindset you got and all that stuff. You might like, how this gonna play out? Like, people got to start making decisions, all they decisions that they doing now. They got to think about how this gonna play out in the future, even though you're not in the future yet. Especially if you're looking for a future, you know what I'm saying. You got to always look at it that way. You don't want to just sit there and just, like, I think I had made a thing about that. Like, you don't want to sit there and live this YOLO type life. Like they be these listen to the radio and all that stuff. That stuff will twist y'all stuff up. That's like it ain't all about trying to always have fun all your life. Everybody wish to have that. They want to have fun, but it's the way you have fun. You gotta when your fun is your fun, you know what I'm saying? What is that, you know what I'm saying? Is it gonna damage your future, or is it gonna, you know what I'm saying, or is it just something that you just doing now and it ain't gonna be highly affected? Like if your fun is I wanna do these, I wanna drink a whole thing. Like even like saying you drinking a whole fifth to yourself, like what is that? It's just for what, bragging rights to tell somebody like I can drink more than you or something like that. But then again, you tearing your liver up and all this stuff, and you got to go to the hospital. You're not thinking about that. You just thinking about that now. It's fun then, but then again, that stuff is so highly healthy that you know what I'm saying. You're gonna do all that, have to go to the hospital and stuff. You just shorten your life and up just to try to prove a point for some bragging right. Like, is that a good thing you want to look at for your future and all that stuff, or you really, like I said, you got to choose what you want to have fun with and all that stuff. Like, got to think about your future. You have to think about your future. Everything you do, the way you talk to people, you know, the way you approach people, all that stuff. Like, you got to think about like, all right, am I possibly can mess somebody's day up if I say something wrong? You know what I'm saying? Is me being in my feelings right now before I talk to this person? Is it really that bad? You know what I'm saying? Nobody really be thinking about that. Some people be just saying crazy stuff. Some people be on the edge. You got to realize that everybody got some type of problem and stuff. Everybody got their own ways of handling it. Some people are weaker with their emotions than others. You know what I'm saying? Some people are more tougher, but you gotta think about that stuff. You gotta think about how you talk to people, how you all that. But the point is like, man, we gotta really start thinking about our kids for real. That's one of the main things. If you're not gonna think about anything else, at least think about the kids. Even if you don't have kids, I don't even have kids, but I'll be looking at how the way this world going and stuff, and I feel like, you know, we be complaining why the world is so bad and this, and that. But then again, we, you know what I'm saying? We are all able to create the next world. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we have right now. If we can make changes within ourselves right now, we can raise something. All of us can have something, even if you had kids or not. The youth is our next. It's the next future, no matter how we look at it. You know what I'm saying? They were saying the same thing about us. But somebody have to make some type of change to change this so-called, what they call it, the generational curse and all that stuff or whatever. Somebody have to be different from what the past is. And that be the problem, that everybody's continue to live the past and this happened before and but what ain't nobody's doing nothing different to try to change the past from being the past. They just recycling it again and just living it in a different form now. Probably now with more technology now. That's the only difference now. Oh, I have a bigger phone now and all that stuff. Now I can, I could talk my junk on here. Now we can talk on social media and all that stuff with it and all that. Like, kind of getting worse and all that. Like, you say you want a better life, but you're not doing nothing about it to make a better life. Like people just like running their mouth nowadays, but it's people that's just meant to do that in this world, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because it's got people that's willing to grind for it. Do you got people that want people to grind for them? You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. And then them be the same people that's going through what they going through. Keep crying about it, about their situation. Don't know why they crying about it. Because they're lazy. Like, laziness can work all type of ways. You lazy on just making changes within yourself. Like, you don't want to take the time. You think, like, you prioritize the wrong things. My thing is, like, this what be getting me nowadays is the people that be crying on this app. You can cry on this app for many, many hours, but then again, you not taking these many, many hours to think on yourself and try to work something within yourself to prevent from crying on this app for those many, many hours. Like, people be like, I don't have the time, but you got time right now. You talking in my face right now. How you don't got time, but you talking in my face or you crying on this app for 10 hours, you know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense at all. Like, what? That don't make sense. Like, people just want to play these little games and stuff, like stuff supposed to fall in their lap. That don't work. If you don't realize that, people don't realize that we have to work towards everything, whatever we gotta work Work is part of life. You know what I'm saying? To get anything, we have to work. Nothing just fall in our lap. Like, I wish I could just sit here and lay in the bed and food just come to me. You know what I'm saying? And grows. It just crops just grow up on its own without me having to plant it. I just gonna lay there and just feed myself. You know what I'm saying? That's not the way life go. Like, it's how I know. That's why I had to talk to my cousin about this some time or whatever. He like, who just say that we supposed to? Oh, we was talking about besides even just working. Besides working, it was like tied. I'm gonna mix this in with working, and I said that we are meant to work and we're meant to try to live. You know what I'm saying? This. I feel like that's the way of life, and the reason why I say that is this. How I know that, because like ain't like it's not like when we was born. Even our heart is working right now. Our everything in our internal body is doing everything to do to try to live. You know what I'm saying? Nobody never looked at that. Is going to work right now. That's working. That's trying to live. All that stuff. So imagine if we just sat still. You know what I'm saying? That's eventually it's gonna stop working. Everything have to work for us to work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying even our body, it shows itself. You know what I'm saying? We got to work to live. You know what I'm saying? We got to work to live. We got to do some type of work. So like, just because food don't grow on its own and all that stuff, we have to put in that work, plant them seeds and all that stuff or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And dig it up, feed ourselves. We got to get some water to continue to make that work inside of us, to make our internals, insides work. So, you know what I'm saying? Everything have to work. Shoot, your heart still beating when you sleep. You know what I'm saying? It still go to work. It never get a break. You know what I'm saying? So, no, our lungs, all that stuff is still working. You know what I'm saying? It just don't. It can't order something off another lung or a heart off Amazon. Like, hey, can you take my place real quick? It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It gotta continue to put in work because that's his job. That's what it got to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's no different. Our inside of our body do as much as what we supposed to be doing on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So people just want it easy so bad, and that's why it shows that. That's why everybody in a certain positions and stuff, because everybody, they want to be lazy. They don't want to work on, they like being comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to work on their emotions. They don't want to work on their way of thinking and all that stuff. I was talking about that yesterday. Some people just, all they want to work on is the way they look, they physical, so they can get what they want. You know what I'm saying? Instead of get what they need. Oh man, I want to, I want a bigger booty. Dude's like, oh, okay, I want to put on a fake six pack, or, I want to act like, put something in my pants, make me look like I didn't trick them, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever. They just, all this stuff, we be going for our wants so much, and our wants is what's destroying us. I think that's going to be another topic another day, too. Like, because that junk is serious, though. Like, people be looking towards the wrong things. But, like I said, everything we do, every last thing we do, we gotta, I mean, every action we take, or every, decision we make, we always gotta think about our future, man. And even like I said, when people give you signs that, oh, I am like this and all that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take that serious too. Don't ever think you can change somebody. Nobody can change nobody, man. You can influence somebody, you can give somebody maybe some advice and all that, but a person themselves will have to really, make that change within themselves. They got to understand what they have to change. You know what I'm saying? They got to take the time to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It's so much information on here about different people's lives, of how they live and all that stuff. We have the access to it. Like, even the technology is even helping us. Is even more. You know what I'm saying? So everybody be making these excuses on why they can't change or why not, you know what I'm saying? But they never look at, you got motivational videos you can listen to. You can go to church if you want to, you know what I'm saying? It's so much stuff, counseling, or even if, like I said, you don't even pay no money for that. Like, it's so many YouTube videos out here. It's some stuff that's out here that can actually get you to open your mind up to where you can try to understand, instead of looking at these toxic social media stuff. Like, look at the good stuff on social media instead of some people that can keep you from. That's the thing. Look for stuff. This is another thing. Look for stuff that can help you change, not something that satisfy you being you. You know what I'm saying? I'm daily doing that stuff. I'm looking for things for me to change, not looking for stuff to make it seem like my life is supposed to be like this already. If it's something else that can make me better in my life, why not look at it? You know what I'm saying? Not something that sit there and make me feel better. That's different. People be wanting to feel better than actually be better. That's what's different. Like that's and that's what's gonna keep us trapped for real. Trying to feel better rather than be better. Like that's crazy. That would never. A feeling is only a temporary thing. You know what I'm saying? To be better, that can be long term. You know what I'm saying? That can be way longer than your feeling. When it is longer than your feeling. But when you actually be better, then you will feel better. That's the difference. But sometimes you have to sacrifice feeling better to be better so you can feel better. You know what I'm saying? It's a cycle. That's how that be. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody nowadays it's always about the feelings though. It's always about feelings or how I feel right now, and that's not the way that's not how you grow, man. It's not about how you feel right now. That's not the way you grow. But I guess that might be it right there, man. But that's my main thing though, for real. It's just every decision we make, we always gotta look at how it play in our future. We need to worry about our kids. Stop worrying about because my feelings is hurt that this, you know what I'm saying? I be listening like to these debates and all this stuff or whatever. Oh, this might affect the kids. No, most of the time when I be hearing a lot of this stuff that people be talking about, why does this matter now? Why would it matter? You know what I'm saying? They don't like this might be dangerous rhetoric for the kids. No, actually, the kids need to hear this stuff. It's dangerous for you because you put yourself in this position and stuff because you made these mistakes. But the whole point is we're trying to prevent our kids from making these mistakes. We're trying to prevent the youth and the next generation from making these mistakes. So stop trying to normalize certain things and stop trying to make it seem like it's right or it's okay to do because you did it. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna help nothing. That's gonna make another cycle. And then maybe the youth and all that might make that situation worse than how you treated or whatever. So it's not about, like I said, it's not about your feelings. It's not about your feelings. It's about trying to make sure the next person don't make the same mistake you make. You know what I'm saying? Or to make the same decision you made. Like you supposed to learn from your own self. You actually supposed to agree with some of this stuff that people be saying. Like, yeah, you are right. You are right. I shouldn't be doing this type of job, or maybe I shouldn't be, giving my body up so much like this, or you know what I'm saying? All this stuff is like it's dang near factual, but because your feelings get hurt because you're part of this situation, decision you make. None of this advice we're going to give our kids. We are not about to tell our kids none of this stuff. We are not, and nobody don't never think about that. I'm not about to tell my kids, I'm not about to tell my kids that, hey, you know what? It's cool. Yeah, you could chill sometimes. You need a break and all that stuff or whatever. No, I'm telling them that you gotta grind to get to where you gotta get to, man. I'm gonna flat out let them know that. You know what I'm saying? People be like, oh, when I be telling them, like, sometimes some people need tough love in their life. Yes, it is. They need that. I think I made a post like yesterday or something like that. I feel like, life itself, we look at it as tough and stuff, but I just feel like that we just haven't toughened ourselves up enough to take life on. That's what it is. And ain't that the life is tough. Like we just once we change our way of thinking and stuff, it's all about our way of thinking and stuff. Once we change our way of thinking, we can look at life a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? It's some stuff we just expect out of life. You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff we expect though. We just try to unexpected or something like that, and we just hurt our own self or whatever. Like some of this stuff, if we set our mind up to, the way how life go, and I know it's new stuff that happen every day, but be prepared for it. That's all it is. Be prepared. Expect what they say. Expect the unexpected. That's some true stuff. Be prepared for what not prepared for. Sometimes I don't know if that might have seemed like that, but just basically, I'm gonna stick with this. Expect the unexpected, man. So. That's how it is, man. That's why I be like, even I be at my job and stuff, be something new. Like, oh, we got this, and that. I'm like, new stuff, something new every day. You know what I'm saying? But what I expect, what to expect, you know what I'm saying? I expect that tomorrow's not about to be the same day as yesterday. Of course, you know what I'm saying? I expect that somebody changed their mind or this boss changed his mind on this situation. I mean, once it happened once or twice or something, why not? You learn from it. You know what I'm saying? You learn that a lot of stuff is not solid anymore. A lot of stuff ain't, you know, stuff is flexible. Stuff is possible of changing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes facts can end up changing to an opinion all of a sudden, or it turning something else. Or a fact, a fact can not be a fact sometimes. It be all type of stuff. I expect in this world that's, something going different can happen. A definition can change. You know what I'm saying? I just expect it. It's something I already got in my mind, so I don't be shocked no more. Like I said, once it happened 4 or 5 times, you know what? Why? Learn from it. Learn from it. Know that happens. You gotta know. But I do want to go back to the. Like I said, I want to go back to the kids, man. I want to go. Yeah, I can. I didn't realize she requested back up. I don't know if she fell asleep though. But like I said, all these we got to make our decisions. Every action we do. Dang, I changed this thing up. Everything we do, we gotta make sure we think about our kids, man. And just because it hurt our feelings, let our feelings get hurt. But at least our kids is doing better though. At least we know that, man. It ain't always about us all the time. And people gonna realize that our life is not only about us. We want the whole world to think we are the most important people in this world. No, it don't work like that. What's the deal, Betty? Welcome to the live. But yeah, I think I might be done. I'll let Island talk. You know what I'm saying? I did it.
You got it all off your chest, sir?
Yeah, yes. How you feeling, Island?
Good. That was my
All right.
son coming in my room harassing me.
What happened?
I said, not with my son coming in my room bothering me. With any other time, he don't pay my ass not near lick of attention.
He hear me talking about the kids, man.
He's like, oh, now you
She
want to
said,
be
"That's
my
right,
dad
mommy.
now.
That's right, mommy.
He ain't
You
no
hear
little
him?
kid. Get your
Your
hands
decisions you
off
make
of
better be thinking about
me.
me. You better be thinking about me, mommy." She probably pointing in your chest now,
Get
mommy.
out
You,
in my
you hear
room.
him, don't you?
He is 11 years old, going on 12. Leave me alone.
I love you.
You stink. Go take a shower.
Now you getting body slammed.
You body slam me, we gonna have a problem.
Come here, mom.
Boy,
Come here.
I am not wrestling with you today. Get off of me.
You're too big. Yeah.
You know everybody can hear you, right?
There we go. I'm going on you. No, wait, leave me alone. She said on me. Help. SOS. 911.
Get out my room.
911.
Final capture.
But yeah, I agree with you though. We need to start focusing on the kids. Because they are our future.
Yes. Yes, for real, man. Nobody don't think about that no more, man. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. Like I said, I be listening to these lives and I listen to just the way this world go, man. People really is taking that inside their mind, this YOLO type lifestyle, and you need to live the best you can and all that stuff. But they're not thinking about how to impact others. They don't never think about that. They don't think about how to impact their kids and stuff. Like you even got celebrities out here that don't even hardly see their kids and all that stuff. Like you don't realize that's impacting your kids because you only think about yourself right now. And people be swearing like, "Oh, I do care about my family and stuff," but what are you doing for your family to care about them? Or what are you doing now? Like, how long you got to do this to actually start focusing on your family? It ain't really that hard, man. It's good to check in on them. You know what I'm saying? More frequently and all that stuff because everybody not gonna be here forever. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be known as, oh, you were the busy guy all the time. You was always, you know what I'm saying? We only seen you once a year and all that. Like, what is that? You don't want to be known for that. I don't think somebody want to be known for that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Everybody. Everybody be so selfish on what they decision they make. They only care about their life and on their life only. But I understand, why they probably think that. But then again, you gotta, like I said, you gotta worry about how these kids getting raised and stuff, man. You gotta worry about, and like I said, that's the main thing, or the people that you impact and stuff. Nobody don't be thinking about that stuff, man. They just be like, oh, I just want to make this quick money. I don't care. And, chick F niggas and all that. Oops, Negroes. TikTok. Sorry, TikTok. But you know what I'm saying? All this crazy stuff, man. These crazy songs and all that stuff. That's doing nothing. Then now you got little kids singing this stuff. Singing all these crazy songs, the wops and all this crazy stuff, because all we thinking about right now, like, oh, that's, that sound good and all that stuff. But I do something, you know what I'm saying? But wait till your little daughter and your little son start talking like that. Nobody don't be thinking about that stuff. That's crazy. Nobody don't think about that. They are literally hearing what you doing, seeing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? They listen to what you listen to. They even, you know what I'm saying? They trying to follow your footsteps and stuff. We think that they don't know. A lot of our kids is smart. They very smart. They remember all type of stuff. They not that different from a lot of us. Seen a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. If we can think hard enough, we can remember stuff when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff don't leave our mind. And don't leave our mind and stuff. I remember one of my times I was over there saying the C word. You know what I'm saying? I think my mama got on me quick about it. I never forgot on that, but I still remember that. You know what I'm saying? It was a bad word. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't supposed to have been saying it. The other word like punani, but it's the C word. That's what I was meaning about it. But, you know, these kids see everything, man. And then we want to cry about why the world the way it is. Well, we raising another world. You know what I'm saying? Every last one of us is raising something. Raising them to be like us. Then we always say that we want our kids to be better than us, but then you raising them to be like us or a worse version of us. Like that's not what that's supposed to be like. It's supposed to be you ain't gonna be oh, he gonna be a better dealer than me, or she gonna be a better booty popper than me. That's crazy stuff. What? What is type of, like, that's still like some childish type mindset. Like, how do you, man, they want to cry about why the world is, I don't get that though. We were literally creating this new world and stuff, and then crying about the world we in now. And they was, you know what I'm saying, they was the people before us, it was the one that raised us that way. Like, that's just crazy. We gotta, like I said, it ain't, literally, we gotta stop thinking about only our feelings and stuff. We gotta start putting our feelings in check, just so our kids, can see that it's possible to, that we ain't gotta be cussing everybody out because we mad and all that stuff, or we ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, sing all these, you know what I'm saying, all these crazy songs that's out because we having fun. I don't know, all this crazy stuff that's hurting our youth and stuff. We don't have to, you know what I'm saying, we gotta make some change, and we the ones that gotta start it, you know what I'm saying, before we grow anything. We telling our kids, oh, you was a mistake. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? What type of selfish stuff is that? Then you want to act like Nate later down the line, and I love, I'm like, what the freak? But you telling your kids any type of little crazy slop. That's because it be kids having kids, though. That's what be the problem out nowadays, you know what I'm saying? That'd be the problem. That jump be just wild. That is wild, man.
It's true, but we have to recognize that we all need to improve as people.
Yeah, we do. And we gotta acknowledge what we gotta improve in too, because we just be saying it, but don't never, I'm never try to. We just say it, but don't take the time to, you know, uh, think on ourselves or analyze ourselves, and like, okay, what is this I really need to improve? Because it's something all of us gotta improve in, dang it, on every day and every moment. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta focus on that, or try to find the most important thing. Like, what is what's one of my major faults, or am I easily triggered? Is that one of my big problems, or am I always getting to with people? Do I pick the wrong people? Why do I always get into it with people? You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is like, if you question yourself long enough, you will get the answer. You know what I'm saying? You will get the answer because you know yourself more than anybody know you. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, most of the time it's like that. If you really want to know yourself, some people don't really know themselves, but I'm just saying you have the ability to get to know yourself, and you have the time. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta prioritize it. That's all it is.
I
You gotta
think
put your focus on it.
I think what it is most people who can't take criticism too. Like,
That too.
right, tell me that, hey, this is the things you need to work on, but because as human beings, I'm automatically gonna jump to the yeah. I got you yarded too.
No, I was
um,
already imitating you.
gonna jump to the offense because I'm gonna take it as an attack instead of taking it as knowledge that I can improve as an individual.
Yep. Yep. And that's a good thing though. And that's why I'm glad. That's what it is. I would say, but that ego,
That ego is a dangerous
that
thing.
ego, man, that's tearing all of us up dang near. You know what I'm saying? We swear we can't get told anything. You know what I'm saying? We get hurt. We switch it up to we can't wait to prove somebody wrong. You know what I'm saying? That feeling, man. You know, we gotta like once we move that out the way, it'll open up so many doors, man. Once we move that stuff out the way and actually listen, cause like I said, I was saying before that, even me myself, that I be hearing what people say. Even if it's a joke or not, or what I'm saying, I be hearing everything. And I take the time to think about why would they say that, you know what I'm saying? And I try to figure it out of where that could come from. And then I think about it, I think about it to myself, like, okay, do I really do this a lot? Or, you know what I'm saying? I try to, I focus on it. And I try to, you know what I'm saying, if it is a problem or something like that, then I try to focus on what can I do. I got to make a habit out of this to change from doing this again. You know what I'm saying? Because this how much I'm so deep into trying to make change for the better. When I say I'm trying to make change for the better, I'm really doing it. Like a lot of people just like talking about it and does nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? They just say it. They say it, and then the thing is, that's why I be saying, I made another post about that people will say this stuff for many years. They would say it 100 times. I need to change this. I need to do this and all that stuff. But years ago past and stuff, and doing nothing about it. They just talking it. But like I was telling you before, it's no different when people just think that this is gonna pop in their lap and it's gonna pop out of nowhere. You really have to start now. When you really want something to change in your life, you gotta start at this moment. Even like we talking right now, we gotta start now and focus on it. You know what I'm saying? And keep daily doing it. Like I said, all that stuff is really just habits. It's just habits that you gotta build within yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep doing it every day and keep being aware of it. Whatever the major problem, whatever's getting like major in your problem in your life, that you feel that's a major problem, you gotta just keep focus on it. Like say if I'm so easily to snap at somebody or something like that, so I'm like, all right, dang, I did just do that. So I try to be aware of it instead of just hurt and making it, but I did it because they were talking to me. No. Like I said, at the end of the day, we control ourselves. We got full control of our emotions and stuff. We supposed to control that. We ain't supposed to have our emotions control of us. You know what I'm saying? So I keep thinking on that, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna keep on every day, daily. If I'm about to feel like I'm like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not about to snap. I'm not that 0 to 100 and all that stuff, which is some silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? It just show how weak a person is. Like I can snap that fast. Like that's nothing to brag about. You just weak. You let anybody can get you out your square. That's what that means. But you just look at that daily. Okay, say like I said, if I have an attitude problem or something like that, and I just think about it, you know what? I got to take the time to start breathing and trying to hear why this person said it. I got to think on, okay, is this person trolling me or something? Or maybe that person just didn't understand what they said. So I got to take the time to, you know what I'm saying? I might got to forgive them because they might not know what they said or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody thinks different. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff every day is something we have to work on. Like I said, life is work. It's something we have to work no matter what. We got to work on emotions. We got to work on mental and physical, you know what I'm saying, that too. But everything we got to work on. We got to put in work to get to where we need to go to, no matter what. If you say you want to be a positive person, you got to put work in to be a positive person. You know what I'm saying? That don't just sit in your lap like popping one day that oh my, I'm just positive, I just, what I'm saying, that don't work like that. It takes time. All that takes time. Bless you.
Thank you.
Everything takes time, man. When you really want to do something, or if you want to look for this certain type of person, you're gonna put in that work to get that type of person. You're gonna put in that work to be that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Be around them type of people. You got to put in that work. Everything takes something, man. It's not easy. None of it is easy. But you can make it easy is if you start working on it right now. You start working on it right now. What the heck? I don't request my own self up.
How you do that?
What the heck? I didn't press nothing. That's weird. But yeah, pressing buttons one of the things. I don't know, threw my own brain off when I was at it. But like I said, it's just but a lot of people. It's just like that. Some people are meant to do that. Some people is meant to learn at a later time. Some people like even now. Maybe me talking about this, somebody pop in here. That might be the time for them to actually notice that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes people a long time to um maybe 50 years, you know what I'm saying, to be aware of what they're doing. And then, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I don't think it's no wrong time for nobody. It's just where, like, it's just going to be a certain time, it's just going to click. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to change. Some people don't get that time to make that type of change. But then, that's part of life itself. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just not meant to change at all. You know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is. It's just the way of life. Like I be telling people, it's people that's out here. Like you could tell that everybody got different because some people had to go through the worst so we can learn from that. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about. It's trying to learn from it so we don't be the next. Like that's like us. It's like we sitting here. This what's happening right now. Basically, we seen people that ate the poison before, and we just sitting there like, oh, that's crazy. They ain't eat the poison the right way, so we're trying to eat it a different way and all that stuff. That's no different. Like we really following the same footsteps, but we living in a different way. We're not doing nothing different to avoid it. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? We gotta find that one person have to be like, you know what, I can be tough enough. I ain't gotta eat the poison. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else done fell off doing this stuff. So I'm about to avoid trying to, do that. I'm gonna find different ways to get around it. I'm not stay away from the poison forest or the poison the poison garden or something like I'm gonna try to dodge that. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna have to do to put in the work to avoid it, or I gotta take a different route around it or something like that. Like you know what I'm saying? We won't change. All of us gotta do it within ourselves first. And we gotta teach the next people the same way so we can have a new group of people that have a whole new world. You know what I'm saying? A better world for real. And stop being so selfish. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, what you watching back there? I hear something on.
That's my son taking a shower, blasting music.
Oh, that's the TV. I heard some TV. How many kids you got?
One, thank God.
Hmm.
I
New
want another
Jersey.
one, but I'm like, I'm waiting till I'm married.
Yeah, feel you.
I have any more kids.
Feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
But my son be like, Mommy, have another baby. I want a brother or sister. And I be like, boy, you barely could
Be
tolerate.
patient, my son. Gotta hit him
Not
with
even
that.
that. Like, my son, he's so used to being the only child and being spoiled and getting his way and all these things. And I'm like, boy, you better enjoy these moments because if I do have another one, like, you're going to
Right.
be like, get your baby. You better go get your baby. But you holler, let me have another one.
Mm-hmm.
My son is very antisocial wolf. I'm like, sir, but you want me to have another baby for what? You ain't gonna want to be bothered with the baby. You gonna be like, tell me to go get my baby. Get your baby, ma.
Right. Exactly.
And especially at that age, he don't want to be bothered. He go in his room. He close the door. He be in his room for hours
Oh yeah, you got that right. You get that me time, man. Gotta
until he be
gotta
making
get
too
his
much
time to
noise. And I
himself.
gotta threaten to turn off the power and the internet in his damn room. I be like, why you gotta scream on the top of your lungs all day?
Nah.
Cause he be playing the video games and he
Yeah,
be
oh yeah.
loud. Yelling with his
Sound
friends.
like me right now. What I be doing? 32 years old doing the same thing.
I be like, yo,
Playing.
bro, yell in my house one more time. Turn off everything in your room. Bro, why you gotta do all that? Cause why are you making so much noise? I can hear you straight in
You
my
playing
room.
Fortnite or something?
Fortnite, Apex,
Hmm.
uh
Call of Duty.
he just got in he just got into 2K though. So all them games that you gotta chat with other people, he be just in
Yeah.
his room yelling on the top of his
Hmm.
lungs. Like, no, dude, you suck. Like, why you do that? Like, da, 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 da. I'm like, oh my god, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Saw my little cousin and stuff. Me, my little cousin. Maybe like, he a little version of you. Like, yeah, I know that life, that video game life, man. It's like it's peaceful and stressful at the same time.
Don't get me wrong. Me and his dad both play video games, but I'm a solo player. Like, I like to play games by myself.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
You know, I'm not into co-op
Competition
games.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not really a co-op gamer. Like, give me a
Yeah.
nice mystery game. Something I can play by myself, and I'm good.
Hmm.
Like Last of Us is my shit.
Oh yeah, you don't know nothing about that chill. Son. I gotta watch that show though. I heard it's real good.
I like Alice in Wonderland.
Mm.
Like LA Noir.
Did I play that before? Sound familiar. I think I had it on my PC. I mean, I had that on my PlayStation. I think. Or PSP. I think. I think. I know I got a Switch though that been collecting dust up there.
And that's another thing. My son got a Switch. A Switch like he had a PlayStation 4 but it broke. He got an Xbox in his room.
Hmm.
I'm about to get him a PlayStation 5. This boy
Hey.
this boy cost me money. Now I just bought him a PC monitor. He got a PC flash screen. This little boy, but I can't get mad because he brings home straight A's, so it's
Oh yeah, he deserve it. He deserve it. He working hard. You get rewarded for stuff like that.
he's costing me money. He's expensive.
That's that's expected, ain't it?
I'd rather him play sports than video games.
Even that's gonna cost money.
Not as much as video games.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Well, my people's there. That's because I usually get on a little later, I guess. But they'll be here because I'm gonna be on for a long time tonight.
Oh, now you're
Yeah,
gonna be on all night, huh?
yeah, I am. Yeah, Saturdays. About to be
Oh,
on
you
probably
got
till
the
for some about at least about. Oh, it's gonna be some hours though. It's gonna be some hours. Yeah, because I got to do my long sessions on the weekend
You must
or
have the
whatever.
weekends off of work.
Yeah, I'm off on the weekend because the week only did to do like 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's I gotta do what I gotta do to do my grinds, man. Gotta grind them hours out. I've been noticed I actually started meeting good people on here for real, low key. Be at different hours and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? It's all part of my stuff, man. I'm just trying to get some stuff going, man. Bring some people together, man. Show us some decent people out here. They ain't always toxic and all that stuff. Toxic people, they find each other fast. Really be some good people in toxic type situations for real. They don't
I,
really be
there's
like that. A lot of people just hurt. You said what?
I said there's good toxic people.
Yeah, it's good people. They just in toxic situations. That's what I call it. I don't even want to call them toxic. They just got toxic ways. That's all it is. Everybody got every now and then. Maybe I do something toxic, but you know what I'm saying. It's just I don't try to live off of it, make a living out of it. Everybody got good in them.
Oh Lord,
So
he's singing.
he said he in the shower too, ain't he?
Yeah.
You already know that's the number one. That's the studio, the shower. What you talking about? He's gotta throw the lights in there and stuff. He be had a nice little live yesterday, man. I'm gonna start doing that. They made me think about that too. That gonna might be my little Friday. Be my little chill lives. I'm gonna have just come here and play some music and stuff. And just chill. If I drink some wine or I don't know, depends. Yeah. I'm here. Hold up. Where we at? Oh, y'all can hear me. All right. I just had to do some stuff real quick. Thank you, Island Queen, holding it down for me, man. You a real one, man. You a real one. King is
Keep
in the
trying.
building. Come on up, man. It's Saturday. Let's get it, man. We had a little party day yesterday though, man. Had everybody in here. We was chilling, you know. I think we gonna make that a little deal, man. That's gonna be our decompress day. Friday, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was we had Reese in here playing her music, making requests and stuff. That was nice, you know. But today's topic, you know what I'm saying? That's you know, we take actions. When you take actions, you know, you see the topic. But come on, hop up in the box, man. I don't know if did he leave or I don't know.
He
I
probably
gotta
did.
turn this. I gotta turn this light off. Get my vibe going back. Hold up. Say what? What? Water bottle. What the one on that shit right there? Huh? I need one of myself till too. Yeah, would be a good one right here though. I was feeling special. It's like I went in my room. So I can be lazy. Hey, I'm not to throw a shirt in no more. Oh yeah, that's not gonna fit. It's barely already. Yeah, I can see that already. That thing barely in there. Hold up. It might. Let me see. How far? Oh yeah, that's not gonna fit. I can see it's almost touching that. It ain't gonna fit. If you wanna take this one, that one. Yeah. I could be wrong. Yeah, it look like the little bulb is. Yeah, but it might. Do it move though? It might move a little bit. Or if it don't, you can take the head off. Oh, easy. Right. Wilson. Let me go back. I forgot I got my. I'm bullying, yeah. Yeah. I just had to get some water. I had to get some water, you know. Ah, yes. Saturday. Saturday is not here to play, you know. So, you know. But he said always leave. I was thirsty with my thirsty. Hey, you know you can go on Google and do them too. You said off Google? Yeah. The voice command, Google cut off light. Oh yeah, like the yeah, like the Amazon thing you be doing. Right. I wonder if it can't. No, not the Amazon thing. I'm just telling you can go to Google and they got a thing on Google. You just. Oh, Google itself. Yeah. Wow. That's wow. He said you can't. Me and I said you can't. Okay, I'm gonna have to go another pre session again then, cause ain't nobody up in here and talking. So let me go ahead and go for part two of it. So I got time today. You know. Let me see something. You gotta put the eyeball emojis on here. I do want some snacks though, real quick. There you go. Put the eyeballs. Look real close. Follow the lips as they talk. That's like that. Man. You said you was live, man. You ever worked on? You figured that live out, man. Turn your camera on, man. I never seen you with your camera on, man. The bonnet and stuff. You ain't gotta hide the bonnet. Oh, man. But how did the live go? How did you do the live? I know you was when I was at work. You was texting me about the live. Did you figure all of it out?
Yeah, but it still was active in key for me. I said I was gonna try today, but I never got on today.
Oh, okay. With that accent. Hmm.
What?
She is an island queen. I am an island. The Island Boys. Yeah.
That water quenched your thirst?
It quenched it. All right, I guess. Hold up real quick. One more hold up again.
See, look,
Then we
another
got a little
intermission.
intermission. Nah, I just gotta give me something to snack on real quick. It's not that far from me. Intermission. Might get some of these Oreos. Brown burgers. Oreos. I'm feeling Oreos. Golden Oreos. Real good. Uh-oh, somebody in there with it. Huh? How do you change to that's the wrong? Oh, you mix them up, huh? See, just if you want to change the name of it. No, where's the other ones at? You gotta go back. Front door. No. Yeah, that don't be getting in the way. Just go ahead and just gonna say that they keep popping up. Okay, now it's going to without. Okay. What that means, so now you just click on it. No, because I put it loud only when you use the app. So I guess it got it. Oh, it's asking it. Wi-Fi. All right. Oh yeah. Here we go. Gotta get my cookies. Need you to wake up, man. You keep leaving and stuff. Yes, they are real goose. They're real goose. That's how good they is. You gotta say it like that. My stuff's still muted, huh? It was still muted. Alright.
20 years later.
20 years later. What's your plans for the night? What you got up for the night?
Nothing. I need to go to bed.
Said I need to go to bed. Nah. No, you don't. You gotta come in here and take some of this information. So, you know, with the preacher talking stuff. It's time to laugh or learn. This Saturday night. Some getting slammed over there.
Oh, that was my food. Oh, I really do need to go to bed. I have to get up and work in the AM.
In the AM. With the accent too. I heard you.
Yep.
What you do?
I have my own cleaning service.
Okay, Big Money Island in the building. Show me how to be like you. It's like, nah. That's sweet though. That's sweet.
I have a
What you
client to
work at?
do.
You do there every day? You gonna be there every day?
Oh no, not every day. A bitch is lazy.
Hmm.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Mm.
And then I still got my other job, so that's for
Hmm.
now.
That's
I work.
your week.
Yeah, that's like whenever I feel like making extra money or like it's depend on how bad it is. But I still work at the post office overnight, Monday through Friday.
Hmm. I mean, how long you been doing that?
Well, working at the post office?
Yeah.
Um, 3 years.
Is that 3?
Yep.
Okay. You like it?
No, I hate it. I'm honest.
Hate
Like I
it.
hate it, but right now they have one of the best benefits, so it's like I bet you gotta stick it out.
I feel you on that. Hey, at least you're getting something out of it, you know. Gotta, you know. What you just be? What's the part you do? You do the delivering in the mail or the
Hell no, I'm not
work on the
nobody sitting
line?
there. Hell, I don't do rain, sleet, or fucking snow. Okay,
Uh,
you will not catch me outside.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Not working. Anyway, you will not no, I am what they call a malprocessing clerk. I work in the warehouse.
Okay. Fairy tale, you just down there hiding up in there? That's what you doing down there? You don't be hiding down there. You know you're supposed to be hitting that box. Hit that box. I ain't gonna say nothing about you be cheating on my lives and stuff, but it's alright. It's alright. It's like, no. But yeah. Yes, it is. I said it's a good topic. Something that I thought about. You missed the good part I was talking about, but hey, you know, just want to know everybody input on that situation. But my main thing is just that do people actually think before they, think about what they doing before and how it affects the future and stuff and how it affect their kids. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the main things. And then we keep crying. And I say that we keep crying about the way the world is operating and we starting this new we starting a new world now. We have the ability to start a new world, to make a better world. But we always worried about ourselves right now rather than our future and our kids and stuff, and our kids' future. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say that all these actions that we take is we think about the future before we take them or do it. You know what I'm saying?
But
Even if.
I think
Mm,
that's because we're still learning how to figure it out.
mm-hmm.
So it's we can't teach the future kids or the kids now
Mm-hmm.
because we're still figuring it out. So it's like
Yeah.
I think it won't get it, or we won't fix the problem until maybe our kids have kids. That sounds crazy, but I believe that because it's like we're still figuring that out. We're going through trials and tribulations,
Yeah.
and we can only teach our kids what we have learned, but we wouldn't learn as much. And then they would take what they have learned from us and apply it and learn better skills to teach their kids.
So I should have woken you up. How was I gonna wake you up? Fairy tale? What way can I do that? Oh, I know I could send somebody over there to wake you up. I know who to wake you. I know who can wake you up.
I know how to wake you up.
Had to think about that one. I know who can wake her up. Hmm. But yeah, that's a good thing too, though. For real, that's what it is. That's what it is. That is another problem, though. But people don't take the time to try to even look for that. And the thing is, that will be a forever thing, though. But then again, it's because their parents didn't. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say we say that um, it could be our kids by that time. But it was us not learning from our past and stuff. We don't never take the time to learn from our past so we can teach a better future. That cycle gonna forever keep going. But
Always.
I feel like with the knowledge we know now, man, we could try to figure the best way we can with it. You know what I'm saying? We got to start thinking about um why did I go through this problem and stuff and try to figure that out. But yeah, you do have to you do gotta I guess you say what you say we gotta find ourselves first, you know what I'm saying? Or find the best parts and stop teaching the toxic parts about us, and you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff we know not to teach, but we just still do it. Like we keep doing this stuff in front of our kids when we know it's wrong, and we tell them like, no, you shouldn't do that, but then you showing them different, you know what I'm saying? So we don't ever be aware of what we doing in front of our kids and stuff. We just do it because we care about ourselves and stuff, which be a problem. A lot of stuff we know we doing, we just be selfish. That's all it is. That's the little stuff I'm talking about right there. It's like, man, we gotta stop being so worried about ourselves more than our children and our youth and the future. People don't want to change because they're laziness. I said that earlier. I literally said about laziness. I said that we gotta put in work in everything we do. Change do take work. I was what I was talking to Island about earlier. I was saying that if only we could just sit there and have the food brung to us without us have to plant a garden and all that stuff. If we can only just sit there and just have it handed to us, that'd be the world. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing is, I had mentioned. Hold up, real quick. I also mentioned that you know what I'm saying we really are built to work. You know what I'm saying? That's part of us. You know what I'm saying? That's how we survive. We're built to try to live and work. And we got to work to survive or work to live. Same way that our internal body is, you know what I'm saying? How our heart pump, that's always working. How our lungs and all that stuff work. We even gotta work chewing. It takes some work to chew. We burning energy on that. So all that stuff we gotta work to live. You know what I'm saying?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, this is
What time?
actually what my business is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Durability, ecological ideas, and alternatives. And the things are already there. Everything that we need is already there. We just have to change our behavior, and that's the whole thing.
Yep, it is most definitely.
So it's not that we are still learning. It's not that we have to wait till our children are big enough. It's just that we don't want to change. We don't
Yeah,
want to give in to our comfort, in our laziness.
that's what it is. And then I'm gonna go back to like how Isla was saying that some people just don't know how to. But I think just like it kind of ties into the subject I was talking about yesterday is that, and that's what you were just saying. People don't they want it, but they don't want it bad enough nowadays. That's what it is, and they don't want to put in their work to do it because they know it's gonna make them uncomfortable or whatever. They don't listen to the advice that's given to us because, or given to them. I mean, they don't want to hear that advice and stuff because it's changing them from being them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has the ability to be something else. You know what I'm saying? If you being you is not working in your life and stressing you out, it's time to be a chameleon or something, or try to be somebody different. Then, if that's the case, because you can't be sitting there saying this me being me and you crying about life. You know what I'm saying? So it's something you gotta change within yourself. You gotta change your wants. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta change a lot of your wants because we can want everything in the world though, but everybody want everything, but it don't work like that. The world don't revolve around our wants. You know what I'm saying? Stuff happen in our life to not get to our wants. You know, sometimes we get our wants, sometimes we don't. We just that's just expected of life. I wish everything could come to us at a snap of a finger and stuff. That'd be the sweetest thing ever. But who the heck, like we be all like gods and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, this can happen, you know what I'm saying? I want this. I want $1 million or something like, all this stuff we want, but we don't ever want to put the work to do it. Everybody want to find a quick route of it, doing it and all that stuff, and
Yeah, and then you get the people that blame the government
get
because
right.
they have to start it. They have to, change things. No, we are the consumers. We are the mass consumers that pollute the world as we do. We
Hmm.
overconsume. We buy way more than we need. We throw away things
Yep.
that are practically new and don't need to be replaced. It's our greed too, and um, the way we let the media and all manipulate us into thinking that we need a new thing as soon as the other one just came out. We are not, we don't use our own brains no more. We just follow what is told. It's and we do that because it's the easiest way. If we would use our brain, we would figure out a lot of things ourselves.
That's another thing I tell people, that the reason why stuff don't come easy all the time. But the thing is, if we really think on it, we really don't. When things come easy, it's less appreciated. You know what I'm saying? It's like an expectation type situation. Like, well, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But when you put in that work and stuff, or whatever, you start. You start appreciating things more. You actually, you know what it took to get to it and all that, and it builds up a confidence that lets you know that it's humanly possible. It can be humanly possibly done. You know what I'm saying? And everything don't come easy in our life. We just be open. It give you a different mindset. It give you a different way of thinking in life and stuff. Because when everything just handed to you and you think you will never see how life really works. Like, ooh, this supposed to happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then we just ship the problem to another country. It's like um, plastic and fabric are the two biggest uh, problems at the moment that pollute our planet,
Hmm.
and everybody knows that. You are not gonna tell me that nobody knows about the plastic soup and the fabric mountains that there are. It- you know, it's communicated all over. But still, we keep on buying throwaway plastic, and still we keep on buying way too much fashion and clothes, way more than we need. And then we throw it away, and as soon as we threw it away, we're like, oh well, not a problem anymore.
You don't get to go to bed, Island. What you thought? No, you stuck. You don't see that chain that's stuck on your box? You are stuck. He said, nah.
Give me hostage.
All right, Island. All right.
You
All
gonna be
right.
later
Hmm.
on anyway.
Y'all be on. Get your rest. Get your rest. Go ahead. I know you say you got a long day, man. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Get you some good rest. Good rest. Is that so in the building? Or did she? I gotta make sure before I say names that they in here. Okay, she's in here. Oh, she got bananaed again. I don't see her.
Hey,
Dang.
So.
What's the deal? Hey, that's how she said it right there. What the heck? I thought it don't show it on there.
Hey, girl.
Hi, how are you guys?
What's the deal?
Good. How you?
I'm good. I can't complain. I'm just chilling,
Yes,
taking a
yes.
break.
Give
So,
me a break, like a Kit Kat.
you said what?
I said like a Kit Kat, huh?
Like a Kit Kat? Oh, a break. LOL.
That was lame, wasn't it?
I know.
No, I
Y'all.
actually kind of like it. Per.
Fairy is a hater, man. Dang, I
Per.
noticed that about
It was
her.
good. I
Dang.
kind of like it.
Fairy need a
Oh
she need a
man,
belt, man. She be hating so bad.
she's not a hater. She just be telling the truth.
Okay,
It was kind of lame. I just liked it. It's fun though.
I tried and tried.
It was a
I
good. It was
tried
good
so
effort,
hard.
though. You
I
you get a
cannot.
sticker for the effort.
Okay, cool. At least a sticker. At least I get something.
There
Cool.
you go. I wish I could
I'm
actually give a
appreciative.
sticker, like glue a sticker like that on your
Right, to be just
slide.
stuck on the page. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like the stickers we have with the when we make the videos.
Get a corn thrown at me or something like that.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Oh Lord.
But man,
So,
you
what do you think
you
about
been
the
being
topic?
good around here, so man. You been being
Huh?
good, man. I don't know why everybody talking about that you don't be good around here.
Who
Like
said
they
I
think you
wasn't
need a
being good?
spanky or something. I'm talking junk.
Oh, okay.
You need a
I'm
spanky, man.
always good. I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
said you too real for the streets, huh?
I'm always good. I'm always a great representative
Hello.
in these streets.
In these streets, not the streets. You belong to the streets. Sorry, no, I'm talking
Oh
not
no,
that
I
type.
do not
Not that
belong
type
to
of
the streets.
streets.
I don't belong to any streets. I belong inside the house. That's where I belong.
I feel you on that.
Uh,
Inside the house, I feel you.
yes, I
I
want
only
that back.
belong
It's
to
the same.
Sesame Street.
What you got this? What you got for this? Because I'll give you a little thing of what I was talking about with the topic, man. Because I know you probably got some good stuff, but you feel that a lot of people like making decisions. They make decisions, make actions in their life, and they really don't thinking about the kids. They just do it, you know what I'm saying? Because it makes them feel good at the moment, and you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people be feelings be hurt, like, nah, this do matter, it don't matter, or you can't talk about me and all that stuff because I don't live this life and all that. But no. But the thing is, you gonna teach your kids these negative behaviors and stuff. Is it just because you trying to accept it? That don't mean that you should pass that along to your kids and stuff. They don't realize how it affect them. Then they be the same ones that be crying about the way the world is, the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And that jump just be wild. They don't ever think about their
I think
future,
a
man. They
lot of
think about they
people
now.
are naturally selfish.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. But I know, Fairy Tale, you were saying something before Kevin started talking.
Mm. I don't remember.
Oh. Well, never mind it.
But in
But,
in which direction did it go? I mean,
He was
I
talking
think we
about
were
how
talking about
cool
like,
Kevin was.
I doubt that's what she was saying because she usually tells the truth. Ooh, that was good. I thought that was really good. Thank you.
So is a hater,
Where's the
man.
laughing emojis?
She a
Like,
hater too. I forgot, man. I just got a box full of haters
can
in
you
here. I forget
can you
about
put the
that.
oh, poor
clapping
thing.
sound? Can you put the clapping sound, please, and thank you.
I got something for you. Hold up.
Don't be a hater.
Oh,
Don't be a hater.
That's what you get right there.
Being a hater is not a good look. You should definitely give me the clapping. I'll take that.
So, what are um compared to Europe? Because I got the feeling, but that is not
Somebody's watching
that's
me.
not based on research, but I got the feeling that in Europe we are way more advanced in recycling and the waste problems than in the States.
Think
What
so?
huh?
No, I was saying like, ooh, did you think so? Like, Europe is more advanced than the U.S. and like taking care of the environment.
I I
I could
get the
believe it.
feeling, yeah, because when I talk about it, the things that both people and the government do to change things
Mm-hmm.
are very limited.
Mm,
So what about, for example, your plastic problem? What is the states doing to prevent the plastic soup in the ocean from growing?
I have no idea. I can't tell you.
That's the sad part. That said enough right there.
Yeah.
So
I
what do
mean,
you
I mean, like I
guys?
knew it was a problem, but I didn't really like. I don't think. Well, actually,
They,
I do know that it's a serious problem, but I don't think the normal everyday person is aware of how serious the issue is,
yeah, they not. They hear
especially in
about it.
America.
They
So
know of it.
so do they actively campaign about it? Do they, make publicity about it or
Nope.
give
It's
you
in the
any
newspaper
ways
though.
to
It's in the newspaper
No,
though.
not as much. I think there's this clothing brand, Cove something. This is the only reason I know about it because I don't think it's a nonprofit, but the company is like it's like a regular clothing brand, but their whole mission is about cleaning the ocean up. So then they were doing videos, putting stats out there about, how much of the ocean is polluted. And they would show videos of them cleaning the ocean. And they
Hmm.
literally would get like this big boat and go out in the middle of the ocean and will come back with like, like huge nets of trash and different things like that. So
Right.
that's the only reason I kind of like I'm aware of the situation.
I
Okay.
wonder if we got a cleaning crew. We might have a cleaning crew that just take care of that we don't know of. I ain't never because I ain't been hearing about it too much.
I
Well,
mean,
Maybe we have. I don't know.
actually
Maybe it's something.
there's a Dutch student that a couple of years ago started ocean cleanup, and he and his crew are traveling all around the world to clean up the oceans with this new system they have. They
Hmm.
developed it on our technical university. It was his graduation project, and now he's actually using it to clean up the oceans, which is a beautiful thing. But then again, if people don't change their behavior, um, it will just be bringing water to the sea
Hmm.
because it grows at a way faster pace than it can clean it
That's
up.
another thing right there, man. People so worried about them, they don't be caring about the future. That's part of my topic right there. I just
yeah,
want to
we're
drink this
definitely
pop
not
and throw it on the ground.
we're not educated on the harm that's being done to the
To
environment. I mean,
nature.
there's a huge percentage of the country that still does not believe in global warming. So
Yeah,
there's your problem right there.
Yeah, just is for me. When I heard about that, it was just like somewhere in my head it just said
bullshit.
that it's so American. Just deny the problem. That way it
Yep.
will go away. We just deny
hmm
it, then it doesn't exist.
If you deny it doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's easy.
That
Let's
sound
just
that
say it's
sound
not
about
there.
right.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. That might be another topic too, man. That's funny. That might be another one of my topics. Might talk
Well,
hmm
about that nah. You know what I'm saying?
m-
That is so true though. People be acting like if you that was just like that's even like with humans itself. Like you talk about that, like oh somebody be like, man, you gotta. I love talking about the attitude problems. That's because people come in here with an attitude problem, they can just trigger them. You know what I'm saying? I like talking about that. But anyway, be like, oh, you got an attitude. No, you don't. No, I don't. No, I really don't have that. You know what I'm saying? They try to deny it and all that stuff. like it just don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like they just gonna talk it away. No, I really don't stink for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, that's not gonna change that you stink. You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense at all. Like,
It
it's really
doesn't.
I
people on
beg
this
to
app,
differ.
people in this world that really do that, Joe. That just be crazy. Like, you
Yeah,
ain't gonna
that's
be able
weird.
to deny the truth away. Nah, that
Well, that's
junk
the
it,
thing.
it
It's kind of funny though, when you hear people do that. It's
yeah.
but it about the environment. It just slept, and then I thought, well, maybe America is the only place on the earth where there's no global warming.
False. False. I
Oh, here
mean,
go the
in my
number one
state
right here. I
alone,
think all of us are probably
listen,
almost guilty of that.
listen. In my state alone, you could experience all 4 seasons within one day.
You ain't in Michigan. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
People
So
should
it
notice that
definitely makes
something's
sense.
wrong.
Yep.
You know, it's not normal that you can, that you have 4 seasons in one day. People should just start wondering
They got a
how
weather machine.
how
We
did
we
that happen?
literally had like a 70-degree day in the middle of December. And then the next week I went a state over to me and my friend's cabin because we want to spend the time in the mountains, spend the holidays in the mountains, and it was hailing up there, and the drive was about an hour and a half. So
What
we
the
have
That's
hell?
70
weird.
degree weather one place, and then it was like below freezing like an hour away.
That's weird.
Yeah. So
What
And
about
and, and the,
this? Oh,
yeah, no, go ahead, Kim.
I can't stand him. You see, this is why I've been avoiding Kev's live. Ooh.
Oh, now here's somebody else that's cheating on your live, huh?
so the two people that talk the
I'm not
most
cheating.
junk is the
I'm
two
not
people that
cheating.
be cheating on my lives. Okay.
I'm not cheating. I just broke up with his live. That's not cheating.
Mm-hmm. Learning more and more. Maybe you are a
I'm just
problem around
playing.
here.
Okay, I was cheating, but I wasn't cheating with other lives. I was cheating
Okay.
with my homework.
Oh, with no live.
It better
Well,
be.
that's
Oh,
acceptable.
that's what you call it now.
I mean, I'll still be in the streets. I was in your live yesterday, but y'all was blasting music, and then I fell asleep listening to your live, and then
Oh
I
yeah, we
woke up
was.
and it was playing like some R&B stuff,
I
but
was.
like my phone was turned all the way up, so
Yeah.
like I woke up and it was the first thing that was like ringing in my ear, and I'm like,
Oh my
Kevin, what's going
goodness.
on?
Yeah, I was
And then
almost
like
fell
I
asleep
like
alone.
swiped out of it, and then I came back. But yeah, I was in there yesterday. I just didn't say much because y'all was playing music and not really
Oh yeah,
talking.
that was a chill day. I think I'm gonna start doing that on Fridays, man. It's gonna be like a music
Yeah.
request day or something like that. That
Yeah.
was we need
Yeah,
a day to
how did we
decompress.
call that yesterday? What was it? Feel Good
Huh?
Friday? No, what was it?
I'm thinking of a name. I'm thinking of it.
Yeah, we said
We gonna
Freestyle
figure it out.
Friday or free
Freestyle Friday.
it was something
Free
like
Talk
that.
Friday.
No Talk Friday.
Free
Yeah,
Feel.
no talk Friday.
No talk. Oh, and I made me almost forget about it though. But I was saying this is like another one where we do the denying thing, and I think a lot of us done did that one. It's like okay, if somebody drinking stuff, they be like, they get drunk and be like, nah, I ain't drunk. You know what I'm saying? They say stuff like that, like it changed. You know what I'm saying? That just be that's
Okay,
a
you don't
prime
have to attack
example.
me like that.
That
I'm not really that drunk. You know what I'm saying? What the heck? You barely can hold them.
You
can't
don't
put
have to
one
attack me
feet in
like that,
front of the
please.
other
I
and
know. I'll take all of us. You know, everybody that probably drink, we all did it before.
oh
I ain't really
goodness.
that drunk. You ain't really like that.
I wasn't even drunk. Okay, what
What
happened?
about when? How about how you just denied that you cheat on my lies?
I didn't. I actually said I cheated, and I
No,
told you
no, I'm
what I
talking
cheated
to you.
with.
Told the truth. You told the truth.
I ain't got no reason to lie, cause who gonna beat my ass?
Ooh.
Let me stop. That's not very ladylike. My mom was like, "Why do you talk like that?"
You are combative.
No, because
now
usually I'm
now
in
the
my
other
room
side
when I'm
comes
on
out,
like
Why we
huh?
understand now? What that's what I
Now we
never seen
see.
it until now. All of it's coming out.
She has been
wait.
so controlled and ladylike, and
I
now
knew it. Over there.
No,
I
because
knew you
usually
was a
I'm like,
different person. I talked to you. I knew something was up. I figured. It's like I'm talking to
please. Usually when I'm on like live and stuff, I'm in my room And the other day I was in the kitchen and she overheard me. She was like, "Why do you talk like that?" Like, I'm like, "Well,
Mm,
people disrespect me, so I have to disrespect them back." And she's like,
mm. Oh, you
"I
that
need you
match
to
energy
relax."
type, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, I'm grown, man. I'm trying to be better out in these streets, in these TikTok streets. Oh man, I'm glad you guys are
So,
doing.
and another thing is, are you guys aware that um you actually, well, actually the plastic that we throw away, we eat it?
How so?
Well, because
It's in the water.
for example, in our clothing, there's a lot of unnatural fibers, you know, um, especially in the synthetics. Uh, and when we wash it, um, little pieces of microplastic come into the water, and the water goes straight into the ocean, and then it's eaten by our fish, and then the fish gets back on your plate. So the plastic that we throw away ends up in our stomachs.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't eat. I'm raw vegan, so
Well, I
Oh
don't
well,
eat
yeah.
fish intestines, so I'm good.
Well, that's one part. Um, but it ends
They
up in a. For example, in the States, they use a lot of water to rinse out the meats. There's still microplastic in that water too. So in the end, because these particles are so small, that you can only see them by microscope,
Mm-hmm.
and they end up in our stomachs. That's why a lot of people nowadays get stomach problems without we understanding what's going on.
Right. Man, it's all type of stuff we got going on through our body, man. There's stuff in the air. Nobody told you to leave. Trying to cheat real quick. I get her. I get you.
And then
Like,
there's the antibiotics and the um, hormones that are in our drinking water. Well, you don't drink water from the tap, don't you? You
nope.
only drink bottled water. Yeah. We drink water from the tap. Well, that's another
Not no
problem.
more. Them days is
All those
over.
bottles.
I'm good. I don't
All you
trust that water.
plastic bottles.
Plastic bottles, right?
So do you um do
We gotta recycle
any
them.
do any separation in your trash?
Yeah, they gotta
It,
recycle. I think the trash itself be doing recycle. They don't put it all together. Well, we put it all together sometimes, but they gotta go through the trash and take out what they can out of it.
so do you have like different, well, we have like these different containers. We Every household
Yeah,
has like
a
three different
blue, a
containers.
blue recycle bin. Yeah,
So do you get them from the government? Do you have them?
you can get those. Yeah, you can get those from yeah, like the company or whatever, like the wherever the city. Well, I'm trying to think of it, but yeah, you get it from like the city company or whatever that give you the dumpsters and all that stuff. So you can get a recycle bin, you can get a trash bin, a glass bin.
Oh, so you have to
Depend on the
ask for
area.
it. You have to take the initiative to ask for it.
Yeah,
It's not
some areas,
standard.
yeah, some streets already got it. I mean, naturally, just on them streets and stuff. Depending on the streets you with, some streets just got a dumpster. So,
Oh, okay, because here it's an obligation.
hmm
The city council just gives every house three of these containers, and you're obliged to separate your trash.
hmm
So we have one for greens, like your garden trash, and everything that is vegetable, like the rest of your food and stuff like that.
hmm
And then we have one for paper and cardboard, and then there is one for the trash that's rest, the other things that you can't separate. And then we have separation for plastic, so we get these huge trash bags in which we throw away all our plastic, and there is this little container that we can bring in the house for everything that's chemical, like batteries and stuff like that, and paint, and um, and they pick it up too. So they got different days on which you put your container at the street, and then they empty it,
Mm-hmm.
which helps because I think it's a, it should be something we do together with the government. Part of us is the initiative and the fact that we have to do it, but the government has to initiate the system that gives us the possibility to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And just to understand how much plastic we throw away, you should give it a try. Just take a garbage bag, and for 1 week separate everything that's plastic in that in that trash bag, and then
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the week see how much plastic we throw away every week, because when we throw it away with all the other trash, we don't see how much it is. But if you separate it, it's scary. It's so much, because everything nowadays is in plastic. When you go to the supermarket, they had here in Europe, they had these demonstration days in which people went to the supermarket,
Mm-hmm.
did their groceries, and then um, the organization put up those huge sort of trolleys, in which they normally get the food when it arrives in the supermarkets. They put on these huge trolleys, and after the people paid, they unwrapped all their groceries from the plastic. So they brought their own recycled materials, like their little boxes and stuff to put the food in, and they left all the plastic in the supermarket. And at the end of the day, the amount of plastic that was left behind in the supermarket was so scary. And that's when the supermarket started to look for alternatives and see if they could make companies use less plastic in their packaging. Because even, things like cucumbers. Why the freak should a cucumber be wrapped up in plastic? It has its own skin to protect it. Why should we put an extra layer of plastic around it?
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh,
we
I get you
do,
on that.
because we, instead of planting our own cucumbers, we go and buy the cucumbers in, I don't know where, let's say Africa, and then they have to be transported all the way to your country, and in order to protect it, well, just put a layer on plastic, on it. And instead of growing our own food and, you know um, eating seasonal food that is that time of the year available in our own country. No, we want to have strawberries in winter. So we need all this packaging to transport it from one country to another, because we are so spoiled that we want to have every food available every day of the year. And in the day of our grandparents, we just ate what the land gave us. If it was the season for, I don't know, salad, we just ate salad. And if it was the season for kale, we ate kale. And we just ate what was available for us, instead of go and buy it on the other side of the world.
Yeah, they do just be wasting just like the paper and all that stuff, man. Just
That's the
wasting
same.
paper, all that stuff.
And now in our digital world, how is it still possible that we use so much paper? We don't have to do that. We can do everything. We don't have to print everything out. We can just read it on our devices. Why should we print it out? And it's weird.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's, and we can change. By changing the little things, we can make a huge impact in a very short amount of time. But then everybody should do their part. And even if you do just one tiny thing, if you decide, okay, from now on, I will just separate all my glass, for example, you already make a huge impact. You don't know it, but you do. And if your neighbor does the same, and the neighbor on the other side does the same, we are gonna get somewhere.
Some man, but that's wishful thinking sometimes, man. I think a lot
But
of this stuff is already being told to a lot of us, but they just still doing what they want to do anyways. It comes back to even just that topic, man. Just people do take actions without thinking about the future and stuff. They think about what make them uncomfortable or not. They go off their feelings or I don't feel like doing this. So sometimes it take a little extra sometimes, and nobody like doing extra. They do extra for what they want, but not extra for what they need and stuff. So some people are like, nah, I don't feel like separating that trash, and you know what I'm saying. But until it start affecting them personally, or possibility of affecting them personally quicker than what than expected, that's when they're gonna start trying to take action and stuff. So they just, what I'm saying, a lot of people just caring about them and stuff. They look at it, oh, well, that's the next person's job or something like that. But until it start coming its way towards home, then it's a big problem. Just like, even like what I was saying with the water and all that stuff. People who hear everything about the water. Like I was hearing about the water in Flint and all that stuff, and that's what like I'm like they going through that. It made me more scared to even drink my own water because I'm like Flint ain't that far from me. You know what I'm saying? It's in Michigan with me, so I'm like man, But that's when we start being aware of it. That people don't be taking action and stuff, and people be careless and all that stuff. So, but
yeah,
people
I
ain't
think
gonna
I
work on
think
things
that's
until it's
it.
personal.
That you're onto something. As soon as it affects them, as soon as it's a long distance thing, they get the idea that they don't have to do anything because it's not touching them. But when it does,
Hmm.
then all of a sudden we are capable. So maybe the government should be more clear about these things. But I don't think in the States the government's ever going to do that because it's not in their advantage. It's all about the
Hmm.
money. It's not about a healthy life or a healthy lifestyle or the environment or just about consuming and money. So the weirdest thing, the fact that you take the car for every freaking mile you go
Hmm.
is
Laziness.
just, even when the gas prices were crazy as hell, you still did that. You still did not leave the car in front of your house and say, hey, let me buy a bike, and just go to the 7-Eleven on bike. No, we still, we over there they preferred not spending money on anything, on something else, to buy, in order to buy gas to drive the mile to the 7-Eleven, which is the weirdest thing. You could have saved a shitload of money in the States if during
Hmm.
during Corona, when the gas prices were ridiculous, if people would just look for alternatives, take public transportation or buy a bike or go, oh, for all sake, go walk, walk to the
It's
corner
too
of the
much. Too
street.
much for them nowadays.
Well, that's the thing, and then you wonder why um the cost of your health system is exploding. It's, people don't move no more. They don't walk.
Like
They,
that,
they,
man. I'm trying to.
and then they all got type 2 diabetes and stuff like that because they don't move no more.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking about, everybody wants stuff handed to them nowadays. So it's the world we live in, man. That's why the rich, the the people with the rich mind stay rich, and the poor be staying poor.
Yeah, but then on the other hand, when you tell them, the poor could instantly be less poor if they stop using their car so often and try something different. If
Hmm.
they would save a lot of money on gas, which they can use for other things. And then they will save a lot of money on healthcare too, because they're going to be more healthy, and they will have less problems they have to go to doctors and hospitals for. It
Mm-hmm.
is so simple, but th- nobody talks about it. Nobody tells somebody. You don't tell your family or whatever. Hey, let's do this. Let's just for 1 month all for the short distances, just walk and take a bike and see what happens. Let's try it. Let's see how much money we save and how we feel after this month, how we feel physically by doing that.
Mm-hmm. It sounds wonderful, but everybody will have to literally be on the same page for that.
Well,
Sounds very
if you make
wonderful.
it's all starts with you. If you
Yeah, it
start
all
it,
starts with that though, but then the second part is acceptance and stuff. So you know what I'm saying?
but
You can't. All you can do is really try, and then from that point, it is what it is. Otherwise, sometimes it's just rah rah in people's ears. Some people just don't feel like even putting up with it because they know people and stuff. But it just depends on how much you want to put into somebody.
yeah, but imagine you started, in your family. I don't know how many people you are, but imagine you started in your family, and then one day when you have a family gathering, you just come together and then you say, you know what, I did this experiment and this is what happened. For a whole month I left the car at the home and did a lot of things by bike and walking, and my gosh, I saved so much money that I was able to buy myself a new television. Imagine if you say that, then
They
all of
gonna
a sudden,
laugh.
yeah, all of a sudden it becomes something that they can relate to. They're like, oh wow. And then you say, yeah, and then um physically I started to feel way better and I could stop taking that medication for my, I don't know, blood pressure or whatever. Um and it saved me so much money on medication. And that money gave me the possibility to save up for a holiday.
Mm. But
It's
like I said, a
it's
lot of that stuff people already know that stuff. That's what I was meaning about. Even the stuff you talking about the plastic, people know of it. They not fully aware of, or they they know of it, but they're not fully aware of it. That's what it is because they don't take it. It's not personally affecting them, or they don't know if it's personally affecting them. And like I said, once it come into their home, that's when they pay attention to it. 'Cause otherwise, like even with that, so you tell somebody that whatever, but they will have to have a mindset to you know. Oh,
to
it's like
change.
the thing is what you learn with people is they either take stuff as a motivation sometimes, and a lot of people take it as what the freak? I just had it in my mind. They take it as a either insult or they take it as a jealousy type thing. So it's like there's different ways people take things and stuff. They look at it, oh, you just flexing or something like that, or they look at it like, oh, I'm not about to do that. I run into that's a lot of other stuff like, oh, I'm not that type of person and stuff. It's a lot of people that do that in this world. That ain't me, couldn't be me, and all that stuff. They say that a lot or whatever, but
Yeah, because it has to become you. It's
pretty sure
not.
everybody, because I did that at one point. I mean, I was used to look at my cousin. I was one of the people I used to be teasing and stuff, and now I'm actually fully aware of what he's doing or why he was doing it and all that stuff. I'd be like, dude, why you sitting there? You always working out all the time, and you always, you know what I'm saying? That you a vegan now or something? I was making jokes, you know what I'm saying? But then when I personally started seeing how stuff was hitting my life different ways, it made me realize why he was thinking the way he was thinking and the way he was moving, why he was just so focused on trying to eat right and all this stuff. It was a joke back then, but people just got is don't be. I wasn't fully aware of it. I knew of it, but I just wasn't fully aware of it until I start personally experiencing it myself and stuff. And it takes that with a lot of people. They gotta experience it
Experience
themselves,
it.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, to actually be woke about that situation. Because a lot of people just they hear you, but you know what I'm saying, they just ain't ready.
But yeah, but
So
that's exactly what I just told you. By him, by living it, by just doing it himself and showing his behavior, subconsciously it planted a seed in your brain,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and right now, so that's the way it works. It's,
Yeah.
if
That's
you
what I
live
said. But
it.
me myself, I made a joke about it and all that stuff. But until I personally experienced it, that's when the seed came back out and all that stuff. But that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. A lot of us already know this. A lot of that seed is planted in a lot of us. It's in us, but it's just that we didn't personally go through it to even make an effect on it or make an impact or take action upon it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us, even like I said, a lot of us know that stuff. Like even like I said with the plastic stuff you're talking about, I think a lot of us know that. We've heard it on the news plenty of times and stuff. It's just nobody doing nothing to take action because they so busy living their life and all that stuff. But it haven't came into their home yet, or they haven't looked at it that it can possibly come into their home yet.
Yeah, and that's because, it, um, the more and more people are gonna do it. Right now, everybody is um, unconsciously incapable. We just do it. We don't think about it. So we
Yeah,
have to become consciously incapable to start change. We have
yeah,
to think about the fact that we are incapable to do it. And then we can, you know, become consciously capable in the end, because we have to go through these 4 stages before we take action. We have to be able to see what we do and then think about it and then consciously decide to make a change. And then at the other end, if we do it long enough, we will, just do it unconsciously again. Because if we learn how to, for example, separate the trash and we do it long enough, it's going to be a habit and it's
yeah.
not
Make a
going to be
habit
an
out of
effort no
everything.
more. But
Yeah.
as long as we're not used to it, it is an effort. We have to, consciously take the thing and do it.
Yep.
If you start eating um like a vegetarian, in the start it's hard because you love the meat and miss it, and
She
you
said,
know there's so many things that you can say against it, and then when you start doing it, you just go into the habit of doing it, and
yeah,
and it's not a problem no more.
yeah. Like I said, everybody wake up at different times, man. Some people never wake up, so it's just a way of life that's expected. So if it was really that easy just to click off of, a certain situation, everybody wouldn't be going through what they going through and stuff. But you know what I'm saying? I'm fully aware that everybody compute things different and it takes time. So,
Yeah, it does. It does. And
sometimes
bit by bit, we're getting there, because of the fact that I um, work on a day-to-day base, and talk on a day-to-day base with people that are actively want to change. They come into my store looking for alternatives for things they use,
exactly.
and I have a lot of very vulnerable, very touchy conversations in my store often,
Mhm.
about our behavior and the way how we try to blame it on others and blame it on the government, and
Mhm.
it's our own initiative. We already talked about that in other topics here with
Mhm.
you, is that you cannot sit back and just blame it on the government. If you want change, we are a very powerful amount of people. If we wanted change, we would just stop buying something, and then the whole industry will collapse. If we would, for example, most of the stores have like 8, 9, 10 different collections nowadays. We have 4 seasons. Why do we need 8 different collections of clothes? We don't need that. We need
Right.
clothes that, protect us from the season or are apt to the season. So we need 4 collections. And I think we can even do with 2 collections a year. But because of the fact that we consumers are now so used to having a choice and go and buy clothes, every
Yeah.
month, um, the industry is based on that. They deliver. We ask for it, they'll deliver because it's money. But if we would stop doing that, if we would just buy the amount of clothes that we need, the industry would have an enormous amount of waste. It's not going to make money. It's going to cost them money. So they will change the way they produce. We are so powerful. We can, with the
Yeah.
people, the consumers, we can change a lot of things.
Yeah. No, so the
If we
world,
would
that's
just,
the way the world is ran.
if we would just stop eating meat 7 days a week, but instead of that, say, hey, let's eat meat every other day, we need way less meat. so the production can be brought down. Animals will be treated way better because then we don't need the enormous space for our meat production, and all the animals are treated like animals. If you can say that, they're treated badly because of the
You're
fact
such
that,
a cute chicken, ain't you? You know, you're so
well, that's,
cute. Wait
but,
till a couple
but,
years. I'm gonna take care of you, but you're so.
yeah, but actually, okay, what do you think? um, there's a huge difference between a chicken that has been roaming around outside, in freedom, just eating the right food. There's a huge difference in the quality of their meat and the ones that come from those chicken factory things in which they have, like, I don't even know the space they have in those things, but they are
You could
stuck
taste
one
that
on
they got
another.
treated well.
The-
You taste like you had fun before it's like
well, but
messed
that's
up.
actually, you should try it. You should, go and buy like chicken meat from a farm in which they live outside, and then get one of those pieces of meat you buy in the supermarket, and then prepare them and taste them both. You will taste the difference. But we are so used to eating crap that we don't taste no more. We have no idea what we
Yeah,
put in our mouth. We don't even care as long as it feeds us and the hungry feeling
honestly,
is gone. We don't care what we put in our mouth.
the world is literally ran off of wants, man. That's how you make money is off wants. You know what I'm saying? So nobody don't be caring about what they need nowadays, man.
Well, that it's gonna be
They
the end
turn
of
their
us.
wants to needs.
Yeah, but that's the way we destroy the world around us. It's by not
That
caring.
is though. They destroying it. You know what I'm saying? They destroying. They making money off of it. Like I said, it's the power that people that got the power. They not about to enforce that because it's messing their money up. So
And then see how people treat their own bodies. It's like
yeah,
we
off they
get
wants.
one. We can't replace our body. If we break
That's
it,
why. That's why
it's
they always in
broken.
the hospital.
Yeah, which costs money again. So why not just change things around and try to prevent instead of heal? You know,
If
if
only
if,
it
if
was that easy, man. If only.
but
I
it
wish.
is actually, it is not that hard. If you think about what you put in your mouth, you will
Yeah,
you
but
will
we not thinking about the other people though. It is hard to other people though. It might not be hard to us, but it's hard to other people though. Cause like
but
it took us time to even have that type of way of thinking and stuff. And then it depends on how you got taught and stuff. Like you gotta a lot of that stuff you even gotta be able to reform your character. Like if you was brought up, being a certain way, eating a certain way and all that stuff, it takes time to even get from out of that situation. Just like the stuff I even talking about, like I'm not expecting nobody to figure that out overnight or something like that. They just because it takes baby steps. Like even if you, because the thing is, like we were just talking about, everything is habits. Everything is habits.
yeah.
So if you had this
Mhm.
type of habit in life or whatever, you can't expect it to be overcame if you built it like this type of way of living for years and years. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's gonna take a couple years to even make the reverse a habit, reverse way. You know what I'm saying? To even make become this new type of person that I'm now more of a order type person, all that stuff. When you've been a messy person all your life, like it just don't work like that. That's even
Well,
like
and
people that got
that's
addictions and stuff.
okay. That's
Yeah,
okay. People should take the time they need, but we can influence it by um, talking about it and show. If you show your kids a certain way, they're way more
right.
likely to copy you and
Yeah,
have the same behavior.
right.
So um, by making changes, and what is more important than health? I don't think there's nothing more important than your health, because the
Right.
what's the use of living when you have a health that constantly prevents you from living? So and
Health
then
and decisions we make.
and then for most people, kids are the most important things they got. For most, not for all, but for most people, the well-being of our kids is the most important thing. We would not eat in order to give our children the food, because they're that important.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, why do we still fill our kids with junk? Why do we
Cause
still
that's all they
make
can
our
afford
children sick?
nowadays. Depend on the environment you in. Some people, shoot, I grew up off like noodles and all this welfare food and all that stuff. A lot of people ain't had no money. And then they make the stuff that you need more expensive. That's the way this world is, especially I don't know how it is over there, but I know in the USA, shoot, they got the most healthiest stuff costs the most money. And you
I,
can buy
I
you a cheeseburger for $1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
just been like that. And that's what make this life, because it's like they going, of course they going. That's what I say about the wants. They give it's people based off their wants, because the other thing is like that's what make the money, because they not about to enforce, oh, you need to do this and all that, because that's what's keeping the hospital making money. You know what I'm saying? They making money. These crimes that go up and all that stuff, they making money off that. Like all that stuff. They not about to. They're gonna they're gonna talk about what to do to be right, but they're not gonna really just super enforce it and stuff, because that's gonna cost them money. Like I said, the world is it rotates off money, you know what I'm saying? Money and
I
power and all that stuff. That's what keeps this stuff flowing, you know what I'm saying? So
I get that, but then still,
they not about to enforce
we
it.
are the consumers.
Yeah, we
So
are.
if we make a change in our habits, the industry will change too, and
Yeah,
very
we will.
fast. Because if a huge group of people would start not buying certain products, or, you know, instead of going to McDonald's every day, they would go to McDonald's every other day, what do you think
Yeah.
that will do with their profits? You
Uh-huh.
know? And we saw this huge shift here in Europe in McDonald's, because of the fact that we got more and more aware of what we put in our mouth and the way it's produced, and the toxic stuff that's inside of it and what it does with our bodies. We went less and less to McDonald's. So McDonald's changed this whole thing. You will see there's a lot of McDonald's in Europe that started changing, for example, the colors of their interiors, make it
Mm,
like green, and so the feel is changing, that it's not red no more, it's now green, so you get the feeling that it's good, because green, in your brain, it gives you the feeling that it's good. If you put a green sticker on a product, people will think, oh, that's healthy, because they make the association with um, things that are healthy when it's green. So they did that, and then they changed their whole menu. They started to install things in the menus that were healthy choices, like healthy salads, and like little snacks for children in their Happy Meal, instead of the sugary stuff, like the little pockets of carrots and tomatoes, and they gave options to buy healthier stuff at the same amount. It's the same price, it's not more expensive. So because of the fact that we stopped buying McDonald's, they were forced into looking for other ways to keep their customers coming back.
right.
And that will work the same way in the States. And I know that it's,
Yeah.
a, a choice, but that's what we said.
Fried chicken. I eat no fried chicken. I eat baked chicken.
Well, it is good fried chicken, but if you would fry it yourself, it might be even better,
Yeah, most definitely. Rather at home stuff. You don't
instead
know
of
what they
buying
making
it
in
at
them.
McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the chicken you buy, if you make a conscious choice to buy a product that is from a free living farm, where the animals are treated way better, you will get that pop and mom's restaurant thingy that we were talking about. The beef will be more juicy, the chicken will be
Juicy. I like how you say
juicy. The
it.
meat
Beggars
will
can't be juicy.
the meat can be juicy. So and the chicken will be less dry, and because the
Mhm.
the 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 animals were treated better that way, the meat will be
Mhm. You
better.
just gotta Just gotta kiss the chicken and stuff. Like, oh, you such a
Yeah, you
good
have to
one. You know what I'm
cuddle him. You have
saying?
to take care of
You gonna
him.
taste so good later. I swear you will.
Yeah. It's the same with
I'll let
vegetables.
you bite me first before I bite you.
You have to talk to the plants to, make them
Yeah, I
better.
heard. Yeah, that thing I heard about. That's that energy, man. They like they living too. So you know what I'm saying. You make them feel good. It's gonna taste good.
Yeah, but come on, Kev, if you see, there are some really good American producers of documentaries. I have seen documentaries about food from the States that
Yeah.
were so freaking good. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
okay, if they make those documentaries, how is it that the people don't watch those documentaries over there and just, you know, let their brain explode in what they see? It's like it, they're so harsh, they're so clear in what's going on. How is it that people still go on doing the things they do?
Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, this tastes like it had an attitude.
and then
Tastes like
and
he
then
was jealous of the other. I tasted jealousy in that chicken.
yeah, and then just why don't the why is it that there's no healthier, why is there no entrepreneurs that choose like healthier things? Like, why isn't there a chain that makes really good homemade soups, for example? You know, or instead of um, having your lunch at
At
McDonald's,
Chipotle.
have like this little tiny um, fast food place, but then with good food. Why isn't
They got
there?
they got they got good they got restaurants that sell good food and stuff out here and stuff like little shawarmas and all that stuff or chicken shawarma. They got all that stuff, but it just don't be as big as the unhealthy ones. Like I said, them the stuff that people really want, that greasy stuff and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's where the money is at. So of course they gonna have a bunch of McDonald's everywhere and all that stuff more than the healthy foods. Them usually the healthy foods being like a little local spot. You know what I'm saying? They good enough for the people, and it just show the amount of people it is in this world. It's like more people that's willing to be more unhealthy than healthy nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because they love that feeling. That's a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is different pleasure. You got visual pleasure. You got taste pleasure. All that stuff is they all different type of pleasure
Yeah,
and
but
stuff. So,
Kev, what we do in marketing with the bad things, we can do that with the good things too. The power of marketing in which we manipulate people in doing things, we
yeah,
can use that for the good too,
yeah. I feel
Why
you on
is
that.
that not happening? And I know that there's more
Mm,
money in the bad things than there is in the good things, but there should be, like in Europe, there should be people in the States that want to change too. There should be
mm,
people that I bet there are entrepreneurs that have really good ideas, and you know, why don't they use their marketing to make it something you want? Make it something you think you need.
mhm.
And the thing is, the easiest way is by the huge quantity of people that are almost poor in the United States. If you get that group and you make the changes there, you know, that impact would be huge. If you go work with them, go into the schools and make their cafeteria like a healthy place, where they get healthy stuff during their breaks instead of the stuff that we, you know, when I heard this story about um, Nutella, the chocolate paste,
Mm.
that the fact that your government put that on the healthy food list for canteens because Nutella has this lobby thing, and there's people from those companies in your government that make sure that those spaces and those things are organized. You know, you could not. How could you consciously think that Nutella was an healthy choice for a school canteen?
You
You know
said
how
Nutella. You talking about that little The
Nutella is
stuff that
like the
people dip stuff in.
no, Nutella is like the chocolate paste you
Yeah,
put on
you
sandwiches
said
and
it's
stuff.
bad.
It is, it's so bad. There
I
is
just
so
started
much.
liking that stuff too. I just made it like dipping it in graham crackers. I just started getting put up on game on that. Now you saying it's bad? Oh my.
It is because your food industry uses salt and sugar to get people hooked.
Yeah, that's
Sugar
what
is
took. T
more, yeah, sugar is more addictive than cocaine.
yeah,
So,
sugar and salt. Them are the ones that actually are that brings taste. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's
And in,
sodium
well,
sugar.
it brings taste that we are used to now, because we don't know what food tastes like when we don't put it in packages, because we don't buy that no more. We don't buy the fresh food. So now when we eat something fresh, it tastes weird because there's no added sugar of salt, so we think it's not nice because our brain is used to the fact that everything has to taste with sugar and salt, because that's the way we are programmed. Because
Yeah, that's
in
just like fruits though.
every,
Fruits got sugar in it. They grow
they
out the
got
ground.
natural sugar, yeah,
Natural
if you
sugars, yeah. So that's what
yeah,
bring. That's
natural
what hits
sugars.
your taste bud. Yeah.
But that's different, and you don't eat a lot of that. If you eat like one or two pieces of fruit a day, that's a lot. So it's not enough to program your brain on needing the sugar. But because of the fact they add sugar in
It's addiction.
every freaking product now, your brain is trained on thinking that it needs the sugar to feel good. Because even if you buy like those jars with veggies, the jars, like for example the jars with green beans or whatever that are in water. When you buy them, you can just put them
Uh-huh.
in a pan, and well, even there is a huge amount of sugar and salt in that. But they don't teach you to read the labels on the products, and they use cover up words. They don't put the word sugar. They would put what is that in English? Let me think. um well, let's say there's a whole bunch of different words for the word sugar that you not consciously understand that it's about sugar, so they pick another word instead of sugar, so you don't, with your brain, pick up that there's a lot of sugar in there. And the Nutella, for example, there is a huge amount of sugar in that product. And we feed it to the kids in school, saying that it's a healthy thing. So we program their brains already in needing the sugar, and that's where it starts. If we would start at the schools giving them healthier alternatives, we would, teach them the taste of things, and we make them, corn syrup. Absolutely. That's, for example, one. Yeah, it's an alternative.
Mm-hmm.
And your corn production, that is another thing.
Oh my. Oh, you got a lot on America, don't you?
I know, because I find it very interesting. I've been reading a lot about it, about your food
I can't
industry.
wait to
And
go to Australia. It must be a perfect world over there.
it's not, because the problem is that we, over here in the Netherlands, we take a lot of influences from America,
Mm,
because our governments are so friendly together that we see those things getting here too. We get more and more obesity here. We in Europe, we didn't have that problem before.
mm-hmm.
Now it's getting a huge problem, especially with the kids. We have so many kids that get more and more overweight because they don't eat correctly. They don't move as much as they did with the screens and the stuff. They don't go play outside no more and burn their calories. They sit on the couch and
Right.
just playing games. So we are making our kids sick from the start right now. And uh, here, on the other hand, there is a lot of awareness. The healthcare system still tries to make us aware before we get sick. You know, tell us about the things that we might do, the alternatives that we have, um, to live a better life in which we get less sick, because we, instead of healing, we prevent. Um, but we see that we are going more and more to the American ways, and we see our kids that are at a very young age already obese, and cannot move freely no more, and then there's the bullying and stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it's our responsibility, it's the responsibility of the parents and the adults to make sure that we don't do that to our kids. And I get what you're saying about the expensive food that is healthy, but over
Yeah, that's
here
how they
then
got it set
they
up.
create alternatives. They created these little gardens, in which you can
Mm-hmm.
grow your own food. And it's a community. It's people come together, have a good time, and then at the same time they plant their own food, which is totally organic, with less use of um, you know products and stuff, and then at the end, they all share the food that they planted. They trade, they swap. I have so many crops of salad, you have so many cucumbers, let's do a swap so we can both make a salad with cucumber, and it's fun. And then they take the kids, and the kids love it even more because they love doing activities like that. They love growing their own food, and taking care of their little garden and having fun together. And but it's it's in the way that you know we bring them up. So there's a lot we can do. We don't have to sit and wait and lay back until others do stuff. We can do it ourselves.
Yeah. I believe there's a lot of us that is doing it out there. It's just not being noticed. That's all it is. It's not doing a
Yeah.
large enough impact because everybody's not on the same boat. But no, it's people that's doing it though.
There is, and slowly we see the changes, especially in the younger generation,
Uh,
that stands up because they want a better future, and they are more aware of what's going on in the world they have to live in, and they have to bring up their kids, and they see how we, as this older generation, is destructive of what they have to live in later. So bit by bit, yeah, they are gonna make changes too, and they gonna we see the younger generation here. We had this whole period in which um they started um upcycling their clothes. They had these gatherings in which they all brought like their clothes that they're not using or not wearing, and then these clubhouses, they gave them like sewing machines and stuff, and they started using um their clothes and making new clothes out of it, and swapping materials, and upgrading their stuff. And it was it was really fun. And then they, because they start doing that, uh, there were these television programs that started, in which it became a thing, to um, come to this show and then all bring like three pieces of clothes that you never wear, and this fashion designer, with this stylist, created new garments for them with the things they brought. So it became a hype, and all the kids all of a sudden wanted to do that. And that's the way it works. It's not that hard. We, by marketing um, and the things we show on the television and we say on the radio, we can create instant hypes.
don't be done preaching like that.
I'm done preaching. It's just that this is a very passionate subject for me, a topic,
I feel you.
because I care about it a lot. And um I think I hear way too much around me. Oh, I can't. Oh, I don't know how.
The excuses and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, all these
Same thing.
excuses. And then I say, I always I always tell them, yes, you can. You just have to change that, and then it's, your problem is gone. And then they say, yeah, but it's so much effort. No, it's not. Take your shampoo bottle, throw it out, and get a piece of soap. It's an easy change. And washing yourself with a piece of soap is not more difficult than washing yourself with shower gel, but it saves you a shitloads of plastic bottles. And that same soap bar you use goes way longer than your bottle of shampoo. It's easy, simple changes that we can make in our day-to-day life that have a huge impact. But you have to tell people about it. You have to show them that it's not hard. You have to make them feel that it's not taking extra effort and that it's not changing the comfort of their lives and stuff. Because all they see now is, it's too much effort. It's too hard. Imagine walking to the 7-Eleven. God.
Too
getting
much, man. My
getting
legs
tired
actually
of
got to
the
do
thing.
work. What you talking about?
Oh, stop it. I'm getting tired already thinking about it.
Right. Just thinking about it, man.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's the craziest thing because we don't do that stuff. Especially here in the Netherlands, we are a bike country. We we have we have so many I think we have more bikes in the Netherlands than we have cars. It's it's crazy. And
That's
then
good right there, man.
the infrastructure is adapted to it because our government made the perfect cycling roads for us. We have those
Mm.
special roads in which the cyclers are protected. They don't have to go a long way alongside the cars. They have their own roads, so kids are safe. If they use those cycle roads, they can't have any accidents because the cars are not there. And so, yeah. And you never have to look for a parking spot with your bike. You know, you're not driving around for hours because there's no parking spot. So yeah, I would love to see all the Americans on a bike. That would be so awesome. I think that's going to be my next mission. I want to move to the States and then try to convince them to use bikes.
Boy, you do that nowadays, that be offending people. What you trying to say? You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
Like I said, you
actually
got to
it
find the
is.
right person to do that with, man. It ain't that
Oh
simple though.
God. That is, I saw this video um yesterday, I think it was. This guy, he was huge. He was literally um, obese at a point that it was not healthy and it was dangerous for his health. And he went for a checkup at his doctor's office. And then after the checkup, he got this piece of paper on which it stated his condition. And then it said underneath it that he had a dangerous level of obesity. And he made this video so angry at his doctor because he didn't go there for his obesity. He didn't go there because he was, let's say, heavy. He went there because he had, I don't know, a problem with his joints or whatever. But that was caused partly by the fact that he was obese. So the doctor just did. It's a medical term, obesity. He just stated that that was part of the problem. And this guy was so mad at his doctor because he said, "Yeah, I didn't go there to be called fat, and that's like fat shaming." And I'm like, no, it's a medical condition in which he tries to tell you to change your habits in order to get healthy. Because if you don't, the weight of your body on your joints will destroy them and you will not be able to walk no more. So telling you that you are obese and that you should do something about it is not saying, hey, you're an ugly fat mother. It's saying you should, lose some weight in order for your joints to get healthy.
Right.
But that's exactly the way people look at it. They feel when it's with this whole body positivity thing. Now you see all these video of these extremely heavy people. dancing and slapping their bellies around and saying, look, body positivity. I'm like, you're unhealthy. You're going to die sooner because of that. And you are just showing it around like you're proud of it. You shouldn't be proud of it. You should be considering that that is an unhealthy thing and that it will shorten your life. So I understand doctors that are scared of this whole body positivity thing. Yeah, we shouldn't shame people because they're heavy, but we should tell them that it's dangerous and we should help them, you know, get to a healthier diet. And they don't
Yeah.
have to be like the size zero. They don't have to be like the mannequins and the
Mm-hmm.
models. No, they should just have a healthy body mass, you know?
Right.
And that is just, you can your BMI, you can calculate that. If you're between that and that, you're good. You're healthy, and that doesn't mean that you're slim. It doesn't mean that you're a size zero. It means that you're healthy for your height and your weight. So
Mm-hmm.
saying to those obese people that it's okay to be obese is not a good thing. It is not okay. It's
Right.
unhealthy.
Yeah, and they just don't want to hear. Well, there's some people that want to hear, some people don't, man. They take it personal because, like I said, when it interferes with their wants, people like to eat. That's what it is. They in love with eating and stuff, and they like to do what they want to do. That's how they feel.
Because
So
that makes them
they
feel
want you to.
happy.
It make them
Because
feel right.
they're addicted to sugar, and it gives them an instant rush of happiness as soon as they put that
Mm-hmm.
stuff in their mouth. They should
Right.
detox and then, relearn to eat. So they are not addicted to the sugar no more, and they just take it once in a while and just enjoy it instead of just stuffing their face with all that stuff that is killing them, because that's what it does. It's killing them. And then in the states, they
Unenlivening.
have to adapt the whole medical system, the whole hospital uh, um, interior, to make it apt for those people that are way too heavy. I never seen any other country that has like operation rooms with operation tables that are that big or that
Mm-hmm.
heavily built that it can carry people that are so heavy. We adapt the whole healthcare to be able to give care to those people instead of changing those people. It is the world upside down. it's
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't sound logic at all. I don't get it.
Trying
why
to
would you
see.
why would you become so heavy that a truck has to load you out of your house and you need special transportation to get to a hospital? That's just weird.
Man, why don't this work anymore? It used to show me the time I've been on here and all that stuff. That's weird. It's weird.
Can you see
This
the time?
is
Can you see the
weird.
time while you're alive?
It used to get show the hours, but
That would be awesome because I never see that.
yeah, usually you swipe the side, swipe your page, but it keep making me move this. Let me check this filter off first, and I can do it that way. Effects. That junk is irritating me now. Now I can see it. Dang.
Hey, you.
Been off for 3 hours and 4 minutes. Okay.
So where do you see that?
You gotta swipe. You swipe from right to left.
Your screen while you're on your
Yeah,
live,
while you on, you swipe from right to left.
and then you can
Like, whoop.
see.
Then you
Oh, and
see
then
the
you can
time.
see your live information that you get when you close it
Yeah,
down.
I got 430 views, one follower. Been on for 3 hours and 4 minutes.
That's not a
Matter of fact,
really.
that's what I'm gonna do though.
That's not a
I'm gonna
very good return on investment. 3 hours and one follower.
right. What the heck? Right. That's what I said. I'm gonna I'm gonna refresh this real quick, and I'm gonna be back though.
Okay, you go and do that.
All right.